I'm okay. I just smoked another to the face, yeah. She wanna stay. Singing to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you here in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Coming with a dank, scrolling a tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though, and welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights
What up,
live
dog?
on Woodwardsports.com. I'm easy joined by Chris Platty, KG,
Yes,
and my
sir.
guy Crash Out Koloff. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. Big show for you guys. Our rival has become back in the news. A guy that we kicked out of town, a guy that I kicked out of town, kicked out of my city, I shall say.
Yeah.
He's back at headlines with the Detroit Lions, but
He really don't want problems with you.
Yeah, you
I
got
mean,
real
He
street
really
beef
don't.
with him.
I
You know
mean,
what I'm saying?
the plots and the moves you were making, he don't want those
I already
problems.
kicked him out of town.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that stuff
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah, no,
I don't even know what KG knows about. That's
Hey,
like an unfair conversation.
DJ, stay safe, bro.
Dan Campbell, snub. We'll have that conversation as well. But first thing I want to do is happy birthday to my guy, Everything King, one of the realest guys out
Yeah,
there in the
shout
creation
out.
space,
Shout out.
man. That's my fucking dude. Truly one of the realest dudes, and just I love the guy. Happy birthday, King.
Happy birthday,
and
man.
congratulations, Jared and Kristen Goff
Yeah.
having a baby.
Hey,
Yeah.
shout out.
Yeah, shout out to them. They announced that last night, and
You want to read how you wrote it in the prep sheet?
I wrote Jared Goff is pregnant. But to be honest with
Did you
you,
expect-
I have a son of my own. It's the dopest shit in the world.
Yeah.
There's no better feeling than creating life.
Yeah, and
Well, creating it and then like once it comes out too.
yeah. The fun part is creating it, but I'll say when it comes to Jared Goff, like I know before we get into your whole dad thing,
No, you're good. I don't got to.
how do you feel about the whole like expecting or the phrase of like we're pregnant? Like where are you at with that?
I
Where you
mean-
at with that? Like the people that say
What
like
you
we're
mean, we
pregnant,
pregnant?
or
I guess
she's
I don't
pregnant,
really judge, but
yeah,
I mean I don't care.
yeah.
Uh,
I don't need it.
If you technically it is just her. She's the one
Yeah,
pregnant.
that's how I look at it. You could say like
Bro.
congratulations to us, but like
I was telling you
I'm
guys
not gonna
before the
say
show.
I'm pregnant. Like
I was
like, or
having
we're
like stomach
pregnant.
issues the past 2 days.
Yeah.
I can't imagine giving birth to a child.
No.
I'm struggling
way.
with like pushing shit out of my body.
Yeah.
Pushing a human being out of here.
Like, how the
That's
fuck do they do
crazy,
that,
bro?
Like,
Yeah.
some
What'd you
wild
say?
shit.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out to my mom. Shout out to all the moms
Shout
having
out.
babies out here. It's it's a wild process.
Yeah.
Respect to you guys. Wow, you got beef with we're pregnant?
I think it's an interesting conversation. Like I think some people are very much like yeah, we're both pregnant because we're in this together, and I'm like well
Yeah, that's
she's
cool.
kind of going through. You're supporting her for sure, but
Yeah.
like ideally you're
Bro,
supporting
moms
her.
are like
I don't know. I just feel like you can say congratulations to us, but I don't know. Some people are strong on that, and then other people are like it's gay to say we're expecting. Like
you're the one that has. Are we we're not allowed to say that?
I think Chris has
it's
the
very
beef
dumb.
with-
Yeah, I'm surprised you just dropped that.
I'm saying what people say. I'm not saying what I say.
No, that's what you
People
say.
What I say.
People
Hey, what
say-
kind of people?
Right.
Yeah, what are you doing here, Chris?
Hey, I gotta say, shout out Jared Goff with the
Relax.
dad strength. Now I tweeted it out
That's
last
what I was
night.
about to say.
Super Saiyan Goff MVP.
Yes.
Got the dad strength. we
Stiff
all say
arms.
he's gotta, gain a little strength. This is it. This is what Jared Goff needed. He needed to become a dad. Now he can take that extra hit. That tackle. He won't go down as easy. There
yeah.
we go.
Hey, you never
Super
know,
Saiyan
man.
Goff.
It's a thing. There's nothing more
2025.
motivating than having to take care of another fucking life. It's like it might level them up. You don't know.
I ain't ready for it,
Stiff
man.
arms loading.
Stiff arms loading. Speaking of stiff arms, I don't think I sent this video, and that's on me. Did anybody watch the Kelly Stafford stuff? That's one person I
No,
love the
you
stiff
had
arm.
this in the. I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't. See
I had it
this.
in the prep. I'll try to send the video.
No,
to
they
KG.
got it in the downloads. I can pull it from another
Okay,
show.
yeah. If you want to grab that,
Yeah.
I just
Ridiculous.
and it came out yesterday, and I didn't want to talk about it because I don't want to give her the attention because that's what she craves. She fucking loves it. She's like a fucking attention monster. Mm-hmm. But it's a topic we got to discuss because now I'm seeing Rams fans unite on that front. STFU Kelly.
Yes.
Like I'm
Finally.
reserving myself from saying the actual words. But how do you just have no like? I don't want to call it self-awareness, but just no awareness about your spouse. Like every time you open your mouth, you make things worse for him. You talk about banging his teammate. You talk about him wanting to get traded, or like you have a say in the matter. Like, who do you like? We don't fucking care.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know. To me, that's like insecurities, and I don't like to psychoanalyze people, but I feel like that's what it is some type of psychological stuff that I'm not gonna dive into because I don't really care. But it's wild.
Yep, I got the cuff.
You want to play it?
Yep.
This is crazy, man.
I honestly wasn't planning on discussing this, but hell, why not? My husband wants to win. He's not trying to put a team in a bad situation. If you're catching my drift, you're catching my drift. I will say that the trading away of Cooper, I guess I'm just I'm confused because we were one play away from going to the NFC Championship. And I think if we go, we win. I have to be the dog in this situation, being like, I want the respect for him that he deserves. Yes, I love the city of LA. I love the city of LA. With that being said, I love an adventure.
First of all, get some fucking chapstick.
Yeah.
Like, number one. Get some goddamn
I was
chapstick.
gonna start there, but that was in the notes.
Number two, okay, you have your podcast. I got a live show 5 days a week. I say some dumb things, but I make sure those dumb things aren't clipped. All right? Because there's certain stuff, I'll say on here for like the 200, 300 people that are watching. I won't repurpose that content for thousands to see. She intentionally cut that clip up. There were breaks in between those comments. She has a fucking say, or she has power in what's gonna happen with Cooper Kupp and or Matthew Stafford. What the fuck is this? Shut the fuck up. This is crazy. I'm sorry. I was talking to Herbert Moore today. I can't say what he said, but he's in line. He's in line with us. I'll put it that way.
It's annoying because Stafford's never really asked for her input on these things. He's never really asked her to defend him. So I don't know how he feels about it. I know he can't feel great about it every single time that she does it. But I don't understand that. Yes, I want my wife to defend me to a certain degree, but what she does is it's a little cringy at this point.
It is, bro. Like you talking about fucking his teammate.
Yeah, that's why.
Not defending him.
Unforgivable.
You're putting him in defense mode.
Right. And what is you doing that for? For views? Like, I don't understand. Why would you share that story? Why would you think that needs to be shared with the world?
Wild.
I don't know, man. I mean, there's people out there that do crazy things for clicks. I mean, the Adam 22 stuff. Like, come on, like it's just.
But they're making a profit. I mean, which I guess she's making a profit off her podcast. But I
guess, but I don't
that's
know.
what they do.
I just feel like why would you not want to represent your partner the best? Forget who it is. You would want to represent them the best, and I feel like she is absolutely not representing him the best. And I wish she would. I don't know. I guess
turn
I don't
TV
care.
off.
It's not my quarterback, so I don't really care.
Yeah, that's fair. Not my quarterback. You guys think he gets traded?
Cooper Kupp?
No, Matthew Stafford.
Maybe. It's a chance.
Becomes a Minnesota Viking.
No, I think
plays
this
for your
is
Vikings, Nick.
This is all about Puka being like the guy, I think, and obviously they want to get out of Kupp's contract, and they think that they can do just fine with him hurt or with him out of there.
Yeah.
And they're buddies. I mean, I just don't think Matt actually was like, yeah, you should go say this on the pod.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like that's like she's like, well, I gotta be the dog here or whatever she said. Like I gotta be the bully.
Like
bully.
what?
Okay, so you're basically saying that Stafford's not gonna come out publicly and say it, and he wants you to say it.
Right.
Bullshit. That's
you
what
be
I'm
the
calling
dog.
Kelly.
Yeah. So fuck him, fuck his agent. You gonna be the dog.
Yeah,
like
you
I
go
don't
there.
understand.
I'm
Like
gonna let you settle this, Kelly. Yeah.
And she's like, I like adventure. Of course you do. You were fucking banging to the thing. Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's
And
keep it somewhat cordial.
I'm not saying this is a quote from the 40-year version. Get your hoe on a leash. I'm just saying.
Yep.
All right.
That is easy comments. That is not the comments of everybody else on Woodward Sports.
Get your bitch on a leash.
Oh, he doubled down.
She was a hoe.
He doubled down.
For sure. Quote a movie. Great movie.
Oh, it's interesting.
I forgot to send a picture, of course, but and there was some interesting comments that we'll talk about later today too that Aiden Hutchinson had about Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
But following those comments, he saw him and Jared Goff. I don't even necessarily think they were sitting together. I don't know if you guys peeped last night watching the awards. It looked like they were kind of recruiting Myles Garrett a little bit. Did you see that picture floating around?
No, I haven't, but that would make sense. Go get the man.
Did well on our page.
Yeah, I mean, look, let's let the recruiting begin. I mean, this is what the NBA is. This is what this is what sports is now. It is
you're
very
right.
much. It is very much like fraternity based. Like, so I love it. Obviously, whatever helps get the job done. Because Myles Garrett, we'll get into it more, but he hasn't had some favorable quotes towards Detroit so far. So I'm interested to see how it's all going to play out.
Damon Dice, slow down, easy. Phil, that's why you're not married, easy. Whoa, easy. All right, listen. Nah, we gonna get into all that.
Yeah.
You gotta have control of your household.
You already getting canceled. Let's not make it worse.
It is what it is. Our last but not least, we're gonna talk about a snub following this conversation too. But did Lamar Jackson get snubbed for MVP last night?
No.
Carry on.
Go to Chris.
No, it was Josh Allen's award. I think that given the circumstance, he had far less weapons around him than Lamar. Lamar had Derrick Henry, and I know Cook was a hell of a back this year, but I think Josh Allen, given the circumstance, this was a team we all talked about missing the playoffs, finishing third in their division.
Yeah.
Now, granted, some people were just thinking the Jets and Dolphins were going to be something, but still, looking at the situation Josh Allen was in, it does remind me of those basketball teams where somebody carried them to heights, a single player, whether it be in LeBron and Allen Iverson, like those type of led teams. That's what this team was this year. And so Josh Allen, to me, deserved it. Lamar had a hell of a season. I wouldn't have been mad at it, but I can't say one really got snubbed over the other. I wouldn't say that, because to say snub means the other didn't deserve it. So
I mean, if you're going by a statistical standpoint, Lamar Jackson is your MVP for the third time.
sure.
But when you just look at everything Josh Allen did, and you made great points, everybody thought that their window was closed at this point. Sean McDermott is a coach that I didn't have faith in. He didn't really seem like he had a lot of receivers, and James Cook wasn't the running back that he ended up turning out to be this year. So, I mean, you look at what he did. He had no turnovers through damn near halfway through the season. And then in the head-to-head, I thought Braylon made a great point with this in their head-to-head in the playoffs. I know the playoffs don't technically count, but Josh Allen lost. Josh Allen beat Lamar. So I think that because of that, they ended up giving him the award. They wasn't going to give it to Lamar a third time. No way.
Yeah, a little bit of voter fatigue in that too.
Yeah.
I'm with you guys. He carried a worse team.
Like, imagine Derrick Henry next to Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Like, Lamar had, like, that's like a different level.
It is.
It really is. Just having Derrick Henry. Like, that was an incredible season from D-Hen. Like, that takes off so much pressure off of Lamar. Like, if you put Derrick Henry next to... I couldn't even imagine, like, those two beasts standing next to each other in the backfield. Like, could you imagine trying to stop that?
Yeah.
Like, he threw up great numbers, and he had one more win, but I'm right there with Chris. I thought he said it great. I think it's not a snub when Josh Allen also, clearly deserved it too.
I think Lamar had like 5 more total touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken. But I saw Daniel Orlovsky make the point because he was getting kind of ridiculed for it.
He was getting cooked
because they made the
today.
votes public now. So shout out to AP for allowing that. Which
Love
I swear I saw
Love
Sam
that.
Darnold vote for Coach of the Year, but that's a conversation for another day. 100 more snaps Lamar had. 5 more touchdowns. I feel like Josh Allen would have got 5 more touchdowns with 100 snaps.
Probably.
A little
Fair.
close.
Probably.
And like we said, too,
I
he's
like
working
those
with a lot
numbers.
less.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like I said, Josh Allen was balling. Some MVPs, are you in the mindset of some MVP awards like are tougher to win than others, and like they almost kind of mean more? Like some years it's like, okay, like this guy was really good, but was he like an all-time great MVP? This was a year where I thought there was 2 guys, you could argue 3 guys that really, really deserved it. And so like this one, I wasn't really gonna be mad at who won. I think they all had their cases. Some years are weak. This was a strong year. So unfortunately for Lamar and Saquon.
Yeah.
Because those are the 3.
Yep.
To me.
So I had no beef with it. And just, like I said, guys, get your hoes on a leash. Bitches running wild out here. you gotta lock shit down.
Loose puss out here.
That Joe Budden clip, man. Did you see that Joe Budden clip? He had some guests on. I don't even know who this guy was, and he was like, "No, I'm not saying you should ever hit a woman, but and everybody
Okay.
like
All right.
everybody
I don't like where this is going, Chris.
yeah, no,
We
everybody,
don't advocate for none of that.
no,
We're
I'm
not
not advocating for it. But he said, so if I'm talking to you and I tell you shut up, do you think it's wise to keep talking? Everybody's like, all right.
This had to be an old Joe Budden clip. It can't be the
No,
new
it was
podcast
a new.
clip.
It was some guy that I've never heard of before. But I'll
In
send
the
y'all the
first
clip.
segment of the show, Chris drops a gay bar and talks about hitting women.
I didn't talk about any of
Wild
these
start,
things.
bud.
These are other things that other people do.
Are you
Not
ready
me.
to tell us about Planet Fitness?
I am ready to tell you about Planet Fitness.
Do that.
The best I can. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone. $15 a month, over 50 Metro Detroit locations, thousands worldwide. Planet Fitness is the best. Don't forget to upgrade to the Black Card membership, where you get all the perks such as a spa. There's so many perks that you got to get through the Black Card membership. You can also bring a friend. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Oh, look at that up there. Look at that nice looking Woodward Sports merch, man. I know y'all tired of wearing the same old stuff. Go to woodwardsports.com, click that shop tab, and unlock a world of possibilities for all of your Detroit sports teams. I know y'all still heard about the Lions, but we got bomb-ass Lions gear, man. We got Tigers, we got Red Wings. We about to get some more Piston stuff up there soon because they fucking deserve it, man. But go to woodwardsports.com, click that shop tab, man. We are back. Eventually. There we go.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on WoodSports.com. I'm joined by a young Chris KG.
Platy Pods.
Crash out, call off. You say it like you're a Pokemon. You just
Platy
shout out your own name.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
This one I don't know how to go about, man. I want to be grown about it. I feel like I was kind of
Don't
grown
be
about
grown.
the situation beforehand. I know, because I know being immature about it will get the clicks and will press the views, but I'm not pressed by this individual no longer, other than this Sunday when he plays for the Super Bowl, and that is one Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, a former Detroit Lion. And obviously what happened last year, if you guys don't know, I was kind of disappointed with some comments he had made coming back from injury. We kind of basically demanded his starting job back. Mm-hmm. And I had felt, especially him propping himself up as a leader of the team, it was kind of immature to demand that starting job back, because at the time, Afonso Melifonwu was playing out of his fucking mind. Blitzing, getting sacks, picking the ball off. I mean, he was everywhere. Yeah. So I thought that was immature of him. And I expressed that because I do that as a job. I have a microphone in front of me. We talk about sports, specifically the Detroit sports. And obviously, he just took offense to it. Yeah. And even in my statement, I say he's a good player. I just don't like that he made those comments, especially as a leader of the locker room. And it turned to like what it turned into. A little bit of a beef, a little bit of a back and forth between he and I. And today, or recently this week, he was asked about his time in Detroit.
When you look ahead again,
and he
to,
responded back.
Is that something that's important?
He said he purposely chose to do his rehab for his shoulder.
Oh, I see what happened. That was my fault.
For his chest in Florida, not in Detroit, away from the team. Because, like I said, the quote, it was hell. He's basically saying he didn't enjoy his time here at all. He said it was a bad experience.
You joining a team.
He said he was lied to by Brad Holmes and the rest of the front office. I have a couple other comments too, which like through the rehab experience and everything else. Like, this guy, the lie you defended, A lot of your face is kind of
Shit, I
salty. You
did.
might have a little salty taste because you had the balls all up in there. Never fucked with the city or the team to begin with, quite clearly.
He tried to. He tried to endear himself. Like, he tried to with the saying, you know, wasn't there a point where, correct me if I'm wrong, where he was like, me and J-Mo the only ones in the hood like that or something like
Yeah.
that. Like, he did his best to try to adopt himself to Detroit culture, but I expect him to say that. It was one of the worst years of his career, so I expect him to not have a good thing to say. And plus, this is what he is. When he turned his back on Philadelphia, he talked a whole bunch of shit. Talked about how excited he was to be in Detroit, how it's way better than Philadelphia before he even stepped in. But if you get embarrassed the way he did, starting the ski mask thing, which we all bought into, that was hype. We loved it.
The shit was
right?
hype.
But we got embarrassed on it.
Yeah, we
and
did.
that was his thing. He was the face of that.
We got
Then you
embarrassed and he
have-
got hurt that very same game.
Yeah, and then you get hurt, and then you have a tough injury to deal with. Like, I don't care what CJ DJ thinks about his time in Detroit, because I got 65 other people that will say they love Detroit. You know, like that's where I'm at.
Because I got 65 other people that were just riding his dick and attacking me. But when I just told you, this is the type of character he is.
Yeah.
And my
Well,
beef with
I'm
the two
talking
is
about the locker
you come out and you said you were lied to by the front office.
Yeah.
Brother, what commitment did you show to this team when you left the Florida to rehab and not be here?
Yeah.
And then you do come back. There's a footage of you and Kirby Joseph getting to it on the sideline. Kirby Joseph, who was an All-Pro, which listen, CJ DJ, phenomenal football player. I think he's really good. I think he's a ball hawk, great safety. I don't think he's got an All-Pro under his belt. Yeah. To my knowledge, I don't believe so.
Yeah,
Kirby does. So. I just think this guy is a bit of an asshole. If not an asshole, a dumbass. Actually, I can for sure say he's an asshole. I know guys on the team. He was not a fan favorite. And he was very, very much a nuisance and annoying at times. The energy was there, the play was there, but it gets annoying.
Yeah, I think he's also one of those guys, again, going back to how he disrespected Philadelphia when he came to Detroit and now is back with Philadelphia.
Yeah,
I think
that's
he's one
who
of
he
those
is.
He's one of those guys that everywhere is the enemy but where he's at. Where he's at, he loves it, you know. And
he's a clout chaser.
Yeah.
He's going to talk to you nice to get you on his side,
I
get
don't
his
even
followers,
know-
his stream, his album.
I don't even know if it's that. If
It's
it's that,
that.
because some people are like very much just genuinely like they're all in on wherever they're at that moment, and then they're
he's a clout chaser.
So I don't know him enough to say that, but I mean you're right. It does have the tools of a clout chaser. It does have the look of if it quacks like a duck, it ain't a damn mongoose.
Looks like a duck, quacks like a duck. Yeah, ain't a goddamn mongoose.
Yeah. But no, I think it was. I don't care, man. I don't care because everybody else in that locker room loves Detroit. People in the media love Detroit. Former players love Detroit. Like there's very few people that have a bad word to say about Detroit. It's probably CJ DJ and Jamal Williams. And look what happened to them. Jamal Williams has struggled after leaving Detroit, had his best year in Detroit. And then you have CJ DJ who struggled in Detroit and is now flourishing elsewhere. So, you know, I just think that's simply the human nature of it. So I don't care. Again, it's like Stafford. It's like I don't care what Kelly says because that's not my quarterback.
Right.
I don't really care. Do I think it's crazy? Yeah, but I don't care. It's not my quarterback. I care about the Lions. So
Also, and this is
Not worried
from an
about
article from Dave Burkett, too. Johnson said his disdain for the Lions doesn't extend to everyone. He wished former Lions defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn well in his new job with the New York Jets, and he called Jameson Williams the best wide receiver on the team. Maybe a little dig at Amon-Ra St. Brown there, too, who we know they went back and forth at camp because Amon-Ra does what he does. He's also a competitor.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's
Nick?
wild. The two-time All-Pro wide
Yeah.
receiver.
Yeah.
Is that what he? Yeah, taking digs at Amon-Ra. That's crazy to me. I mean, I think J-Mo is a great wide receiver, but what are we doing here? I just think back. I saw Anakin say it like, "Oh, he fits in perfect in Philly." Anakin, great point. He does. This guy just wants to be hated by everybody. It seems like, and I go back to his time here, and a play he did have on the field that's just set me the wrong way. He was beefing with Debo before the big game. You know, he had the beef with Debo. And then he gets a personal foul going at Debo when we're in the NFC Championship game. Like, we're this close to the Super Bowl. What are we doing? Use your goddamn head here. That shit rubbed me the wrong way.
Yes.
I don't give a shit about anything else. Like, off the field, I don't care. On the field, control your damn emotions, dude. Like, we're literally so close to the Super Bowl.
Realize
You're
the
going to let
moment's
an
bigger.
old beef get brought up right here when you're getting a personal foul in the NFC Championship game? That shit set me the wrong way. And, yeah, I mean, as if you didn't want to hate the Eagles anymore. I don't want to. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I hope the Chiefs win. I hope the Eagles.
3P, baby. Let's get it.
I mean, at this point,
go.
I don't want the Eagles to have any momentum next year. I hope CJ specifically doesn't get a goddamn ring because he doesn't. Shitting on Detroit, he doesn't deserve one.
Yeah.
KG?
I hate you coming to me because I was a supporter, man. I was. But, I mean, ultimately, I understand what he tried to do as far as the culture standpoint. But, you know, after some of the things that went down, you know, like he said, he brought up the play, him waving to the crowd at halftime, you know, trying to shout at Debo, and then we end up losing. And then some of the stuff that you heard after he left here that maybe he wasn't the best in the locker room and things of that nature. I mean, it is what it is. I'm kind of in the same boat as Chris. I could care less at this point because you came in here, you served a purpose. I do give him credit for, you know, coming back from a pectoral
he's still
tear
a dog.
in
Like,
2
I'm not-
months.
yeah.
Like, I give him credit for that. Like, he didn't have to do that. But overall, I mean, your time in Detroit, it was very short and it wasn't really that memorable. You had a couple nice plays. You contributed in the playoffs. I'll give you that. But besides that, it was like it never panned out to what it was supposed to be, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, he also, again, I thought it was disrespectful when he demanded that starting job. One, to the coaches to begin with. Like, I just have so much respect, and obviously their coach is definitely the same what it was. You know, I want to bring up any harsh feelings about that, but I respect AG. I respect Dan Campbell. I respect their choice to have chosen Fonte Melifonwu. By the way, if you're a leader, and this is a guy you're kind of like mentoring, taking under your wing, you want to push him to be great. What do you just coming back? Oh, I want my job back.
Well, in his
I
defense,
get it from. I get it internally.
Like,
yes,
I get it internally. From
he should
competitors.
expect to get his job back when you are a veteran in the NFL over a younger guy. Like
you're supposed to feel
you
that
earn
way.
your keep.
Yeah,
and Detroit, for the Detroit Lions, especially of all places, you earn your keep.
Yes.
It's not nothing's just given to you. You saw the Malcolm Rodriguez bit with Calvin Shepard when he came in as like the 4th or 5th round pick linebacker, taking the starting job over other guys that have been. It ain't you just get it because you've been here for a long time or because you're older, you're getting paid more.
Yeah, no,
you earn yours, and internally you can have that conflict. Let that drive you, but to voice it to the media, different thing.
That's the issue. You should feel like you're the best. You should feel like you're the best at what you do.
Even talk shit to Iffy. I'm coming for that job. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
but keep it. From a brotherly love type of standpoint, no Philly pun intended, but keep it a brotherly love and don't bring it into the media. Don't allow it to be a distraction to a team that is chasing something big. Again, it goes back to Nick's point. Realize the moment is bigger than you.
And that's where the Lions culture has completely shifted because I don't feel like that would have been a big deal, in years past when we were losing and he's the highest paid safety on the team. Of course, we probably he should get his spot back. But like you said, you don't want to mess up the chemistry of what they were doing at that time period. And for somebody that was supposed to come in and be a leader and a mentor, maybe he could have handled that situation a little bit differently. But I don't fault him completely for that. But at the same time, I can understand where you're coming from.
I got one more quote from there too, and shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys smash that like button.
Smash that like button for me.
He said I got benched because if he took my spot, he had a good run, and they thought, and he didn't end up starting this year, which is crazy. You see where they're at, you see where I'm at, and that part actually I'm not that mad because you are in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm a shit talker. You're a shit talker.
He got to a point where he can talk shit, but
But
again, can he talk shit relative to the stature of Brian Branch and Kirby? No, he cannot. Not this season.
No.
He was good, but he wasn't them. He wasn't them. So but ultimately he did achieve higher heights than the Lions this year. So that's part of this game. Like, I don't get why fans can't accept shit talking. If you can talk shit, but you got to be able to take it too. And this is a situation where you can feel how you feel about it, but ultimately, I mean, he's in the big dance and we're not.
Especially for a guy with this track record. Like you said, he did the same thing to Philly once they didn't pay him. Oh, it's fuck Philly now. But he goes back there, now he's in love with Philly. I mean, it is what it is.
I never wanted to leave.
Yeah, come on, man.
No,
yeah.
man. Come on.
Easy. Thought you had to go to a wedding this weekend. The wedding's actually next weekend, Rich. Last weekend was my sister's baby shower. Shout out to my boy Jake getting married to the love of his life. But we do got to go to break, pay some bills. We got to tell you about Feldman Chevrolet.
Yeah.
Feldman.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, first-class car buying experience called Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit feldmanauto.com to find the location nearest you. And catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got Tully, everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Mark White gonna do you right. Mark White gonna change your life. Mark White. Give him a call today, ladies and gentlemen, at 248-290-8242. Visit on markwhitesales.com. You can save you up to $5,000 in the closing cost of your brand new home. That's 248-290-8242. It's markwhitesales.com.
Don't you dare touch that dial.
What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits
That's
Live,
the radio
WoodSports.com.
station my
I'm easy, joined by
dad's
some more.
listening to.
Oh, no spin more racks. You got young Chris.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Potty Pods.
We got Pokemon Flatty Pods. KG, Crash Out Cola.
You sounded like Shaq from Hubie Halloween. Like he's the radio person. I don't know if you guys ever seen that.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
like
no.
running it.
So Adam Sandler fell off hard, but Hubie Halloween was good.
What?
Uncut Gems
say
was
he fell
fire.
off.
Adam Sandler fell off hard.
Uncut Gems
Gems
was-
in a comedy.
Oh,
Uncut
okay.
Gems
Comedy-wise,
was
yeah,
good,
yeah, yeah.
Boy,
I'm with
for
you.
comedy, yeah.
Oh, and he was good in that LeBron basketball movie, too.
Hustle
that
was good.
Yeah, Hustle was
Yes.
real good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Uncut Gems.
Was
Uncut
Hustle-
Gems was dope too.
Yeah, well, I'm not talking because
That was-
comedy stuff. Like, that's
Oh,
what I'm
well,
looking
yeah,
at.
not
Yeah.
comedy.
Yeah, that
still.
was a good one.
I still haven't seen Uncut Gems, by the way.
Oh, dude, you got
Good
to.
movie, bro.
You
That
got
was
to.
really good.
Keep you on the edge of your seat.
Yeah.
That's what it like. That feeling like you're like almost uncomfortable, uneasy watching it. You're like, holy shit,
Yeah.
what the hell's gonna happen?
Yeah, I just
dope.
didn't know it was gonna end like that. The ending gonna
Wasn't
be
that
like,
a direct
what
like
the fuck?
to Netflix type movie?
No, it's like A24, one of those like independent. Like,
A24 makes they don't
Yeah.
miss.
Bangers.
They do not
Yeah.
miss.
Wow, I
They're
gotta
like
check that
they're
out.
like the TDE of like film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, the other breaking news in Detroit Lions world last night: Dan Campbell snubbed. And
talk about
I
it.
say it like that because it reads like that in the prep sheet, but also I gotta be honest, with you guys, I don't really got a problem with KOC winning Coach of the Year. I get it,
Vikings fan.
no,
Y'all heard
we
me.
got a Vikings fan in the
Yeah,
room. It ain't me.
Vikings fan. Easy's a
But you can
Vikings
make-
fan.
Nick's been waiting for this.
Easy's
He's
a
been waiting for this.
Vikings
Nick's
fan.
been waiting for
We
this
caught your
moment.
ass.
Caught him.
Spin zone, spin zone, spin zone. We're not gonna sit here and pretend like going 14-3 with fucking Sam Darnold as your quarterback isn't like one of the greatest coaching feats. It's up there, bro.
I am when you go 15 and motherfucking 2 and
Dang.
beat them
But you
twice
were
in the
your
season.
expected to
Talk
go
your
15-2. Like
Talk
those
your
expectations
shit, KG.
were upon you. You had one of the
I
best
hear
offensive
that,
lines. You
man.
got a top 3 running back. You got one of the best offensive tackles. You got a damn good quarterback, an all-pro wide receiver, another like an all-pro tight end.
And get-
Jameson Williams as well. Like that's expected. 14-3.
You still have to
with
live up to
Sam
expectations.
Darnold
But
was
you-
not expected.
But you were also going to the Y and picking up people to play Sunday for the Detroit Lions. Like it was.
It
rough.
came to that point, but that
It-
offense
it
we
was
knew was
rough.
going to be what it was.
I get you.
and they carried them.
I get you, but I think I think the Lions had just a little bit harder of a schedule, and I think, again, the adversity they felt. Listen, I'm not all the way mad at it. To me, I do, going back to the MVP conversation, I feel kind of a similar way in that both had very strong cases to be Coach of the Year, because Dan Campbell going 15-2 with that record-setting amount of injuries is nuts to me. And KOC doing what he did in a year. Look, I came out, remember, we talked about they had the lowest over-under in the division. I think it was 6.5 or 7.5, and I took the under.
Yeah, I said they're going to win 4 games.
Yeah, I was going to say 4 or 3. Like I was like at the bottom of it. And they had that unfortunate tragedy too in the offseason. Like it just seemed like they were set up for failure.
That's a great fucking coaching job.
So great coaching job.
I can't be like you said going back to your MVP conversation. You said Josh Allen did less or more, or did more or less, I should say.
Yeah. So
that's how I'm viewing the KOC situation.
That's fair. Again, I think this.
I mean, less at quarterback, but everything else was there. Defense, offense. Like, what are we talking about?
Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, T.J. Hawkinson. They got Aaron Jones. They have weapons all around. They have one of the best DCs in the league. Why is KOC getting all the credit here? Obviously, Sam Darnold, great year. He has all the weapons. This is a Brock Purdy type situation in San Fran.
I agree.
That's what I agree.
Because Sam Darnold's been in the league almost 10 years.
And they never did this.
Plus, he had a chance to win the division at Week 18 at home, and he got spanked. He got bent over a barrel and embarrassed
But Coach
by
of the Year
Dan Campbell.
is decided on your 2 division matchups. It's decided on what you did overall, what you got.
He got
I think the Vikings
embarrassed.
got less than the Detroit Lions, if I'm being real with you. That's just what it is. Yeah. The other situation, too, I mean, first, it's just a Sam Darnold thing by its goddamn self. Let's be real about it. But I sat in this damn room, and I know the man who I had the loudest mouth about it in here, and told you guys, all you guys told me that the Vikings defense got worse. I told you got better. I said this guy finally got the piece he wants to run with. He finally got guys to utilize like the weird shit that he likes to do with all those weird blitzes and stuff like that, and Brian Flores. You guys told me I was wrong. I told you Andrew Van Ginkel's a dog. And the Detroit Lions should sign. You guys told me I was wrong.
Okay, nobody said that.
No,
in this room. In
this goddamn room.
Bring it back.
Well, run the fucking tape. You maybe wasn't one of it. Damn Joe Spinney was. Yeah. I wanted Andrew Van Ginkel.
I remember that opinion on their defense personally. I think it was a situation where you're right. Like he absolutely did less with more in this situation. But again, I just look at like how many times did we have that conversation like, this team is winning games, and again, credit to them. But we know they weren't like that. We know they weren't this 14-3 team. Like we know they weren't. The Lions
and that's
were.
Why you get the credit. That's why you won the award.
I feel you. But the
Lions
were
favored in damn near every single game.
15-2 though. They were a legit 15-2 with the adversity that they took. And again, if you want to argue for the Vikings, look, Lions had. Dan Campbell had 2 head coaches on his coaching staff.
Yes.
So like I get it. I'm not mad at it. KOC did a hell of a job this year, but I think there's definitely a strong case for Dan Campbell too. So I think anyone
there
that
is a strong
feels that
case.
way,
Listen, I'm not gonna act like Dan Campbell doesn't deserve anything like that, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like he was robbed. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, no. This goes back to the Lamar thing.
This ain't a fucking Macklemore over Good Kid, Mad City situation. You know what I'm saying? This is a close matchup.
Dude, that was so terrible.
With that being said, though, Lamar didn't beat Josh Allen twice this year. I think he wins MVP if that's the case.
Well, I mean, that's a regular season award, though.
Lamar
didn't beat Josh Allen. Lamar beat Josh Allen in the regular season. It's a regular season award.
So was Coach
They
of the
actually
Year.
beat the shit out of the Bills.
Was it? Well, when it mattered, I mean, he went 15.
But that's not that. The votes are put in before the season even ends.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I love the heel turn, though, Nick.
I feel like the fact that he had 2 losses to the coach that came in second, one of them being for the division.
But it's a collective.
And the number 1 seed.
And the 1 seed.
But it's a collective.
Good point, KG.
And I think we see time and time again with this award, it's who does more with less. Last year was Kevin Stefanski. The Browns were supposed to make the playoffs.
Then change it to that. Call it that then. The
that's
coach
what it
that
is.
surprises you
That's
the
what
most.
it is. You're coaching up a heap of garbage.
But if we talking coach of the year, how is it not Dan Campbell, especially in terms of the NFC?
I just can't say pretend like he got snubbed like that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's not any type of robbery.
And no
like
disrespect to
KOC
Kevin
is well deserving of coach of the year.
He didn't get snubbed. 100%.
Yeah, I don't think he got snubbed. It's just
I'm with you there.
I love Dan Campbell. That's my favorite Detroit Lion. If there's anybody, I met Calvin Johnson. I haven't met Barry. I met a lot of my favorite players ever. I think Dan Campbell would be the one guy I would fangirl over. He's my favorite fucking human being. A lot of you guys like to give Jared Goff all the credit. I like to give Dan Campbell all the credit.
Yeah,
he's head coach. He's a highly hauling people that help Jared Goff. what KOC did.
Yes.
Did he do it with
fair with
23 players on injured reserve?
No, but it's not. They lost all those 23 players all at once. Sprinkle here, sprinkle there.
I get you, but
and you still had.
We still won the number 1 seed.
You still had one of the best offenses.
8-0 on the road, number 1 seed in the face of all those injuries. I mean, I'm sorry,
so
man.
let me do this. Let's do this then. So last year, Detroit Lions go all the way to the NFC Conference Championship game.
Yes.
What type of defense do they have?
Worst in the league, or one of the worst in the league.
Right.
Bottom 3, bottom 4.
So, but they still won 12 games, made all the way to the conference championship. That shit was expected. The best part of your team stayed healthy.
I get that, but you still got to live up to expectations. I get that they were
did,
expected to do
Their
it.
over-under was 10.5, though. They still did great compared to that, and I get the over-under for the Vikings, but I just think, like, if not this year, like, when was he going to win it?
He's not going to win it
like
ever
the
now.
one
2022 was the year.
Yeah, 2022 was
If
the
they
I
made
agree
the
with that.
playoff 2022, I would have been fucking on this table screaming if Dan Campbell went coach.
Who was it that year? Because I know 23 was the Browns coach.
2022 was Ronnie McSchottenheimer. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, no clue.
Yeah, he coached his ass off.
Yeah, that guy did a fucking hell of a job.
Nick, I love the heel turn from you though. I see what you're doing.
See. Get
All
out
right,
of here.
I was getting gaslit the whole year from Easy, I guess, Vikings fan, telling me, "Oh yeah, the guy in the
Vikings
booth
fan
because
over
he
there.
picked them once as the Vikings fan."
You're just trying to spin the Viking stuff
I
onto
thought
me.
they
It's
had
not
a
gonna
better
work.
roster than anybody in this room.
Nick,
when we picked them,
What?
I thought they had a better roster than anybody in this room. That's why I picked them to win more games than they did, or than they were projected to, and I got ridiculed for it.
Yeah, I just don't see the roster like that, to be honest with you. Brian Dabble won in 2022.
Justin Jefferson's the best wide receiver in the league.
Right? He won a fucking playoff game with Daniel Jones. He went to the playoffs with Daniel Jones. Like, that's... If you do more or less, you win.
Yeah.
The Detroit Lions came with the same offense, if not an upgraded version of it, because of Jameson Williams and Kevin Zeitler this year.
We should just call
those
it that.
expectations were met.
That's my only gripe. Just call it that, Dan. Don't call it the best coach award. It's the coach that surprised us the most.
But that's a good coaching job. Like,
it
you
is,
go off,
but when you coach a team to 15 fucking wins the first time in franchise history, I'm sorry, man. And you beat the coach that won twice.
But I think the coach part is like, are you overachieving?
Yes.
I don't think Dan did that. Dan met expectations.
No, he overachieved.
15 wins was not the expectation.
He overachieved.
15 wins were my expectations.
Shit.
No way.
But no.
Shit. Especially with the context. No, they both overachieved. I think KOC overachieved
The
more.
slappiest
I'm
of
with
fans
you.
said 13. I said 13. The slappiest of fans said 13.
He did overachieve, but also you got to think about what happened when we went into Minnesota. What were we that week, fellas? We
But
were
Nick, it's not-
underdogs.
it's not a
we
two-game
were
award,
underdogs.
guys.
It was early. It was
It's a collective.
underdogs, and we came out and won as underdogs in one of the games that we were underdogs.
But
it
it's
was
a
in
collective.
Minnesota.
It's a collective. It's not a 2-game award.
I think if you beat the guy that was
Won the
first,
fucking award.
and you were
like-
second, you beat him twice.
One game with everything on the fucking line, literally everything in the NFC on the line.
Well, how much they lose by?
It's
like 24?
just crazy. To me,
25?
it's
They
just
put up
crazy.
9 points.
You see Brian Dabble win it in 22. Guy overachieved with poopier roster. You see it again last year with Kevin Stefanski. A guy overachieved with poopier roster.
And where's those coaches
Then
now?
you should have goddamn expected to happen again this year when KOC won 14 games with Sam Darnold at quarterback. That's how this award's been. I'm thinking logically.
Now, easy.
If the Vikings beat us that last game, give it to them. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I still got no
I'm
problem with
sorry,
it now.
that Week 18 game matters to me. It does.
Before we go,
Something to me, man.
before we go to break, easy, real quick. Do you think that
I look fat
KOC
in
is
this
a
shirt.
No, I think you look fine. I think you look fine. Do you think that KOC is a better coach though than Dan Campbell? Like, remove the expectation part.
I ain't trying to have that conversation. to be honest
Y'all,
with you.
because you think
I
he
thought-
is. You think he is.
Get back to it next.
No, I mean,
You think he is, bro.
I don't know. That's a
Dan Campbell outcoached him twice
Let's
this
go to
year.
break.
He think he a better coach.
Let's go to break. Let's have that conversation. Fuck it.
All right.
Oh!
Tell us about Dr. Pierce.
Dr. Pierce, let me tell you
No,
all about
Pierce.
it.
secret
Attention
sauce.
sports fans, don't miss out on the expert sports injury insight with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during BDE and Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsAndSpine.com or call 248-426-9944.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
The big game, and we all know what big game that we're actually talking about. Don't know why we can't use the real thing, but nonetheless, Woodward Sports live watch party at Hayes Social is going down for the big game. Come watch the game with the crew on 3 17-foot screens. Those are big screens, y'all. Book your table today before they are gone. 586-247-2223. Great food, drink specials, and the best big game party around. Hayes Social at 21 Mile and Hayes in Shelby Township. Brought to you by 1800 Tequila, Sabbath Coffee Roasters, Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza, and of course, New Holland Brewing Company. And Chris, tell us about Les Stanford.
Hey. New year, new you.
Hey.
Les Stanford Buick GMC is here for you. Get a 2025 Hummer EV for 24 months with 10,000 miles a year for only $699 a month. Just put down a $1999 down payment, a almost $2,000 down payment, or you can get a 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 Crew for 24 months with 10,000 miles a year. Again, only $359 per month. Sign and drive, no down payment required. GM discount required for both. Get to Les Stanford today or click on the QR code on the screen and check out our massive inventory. Les Stanford Buick and GM, lesstanford.com.
Hey.
What up, welcome back to Whatever Waits Live on sports.com. I'm your boy Easy, joined by Platty Pods, KG, and Nicholas Koloff. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. Before we went to break, my co-host here tried cornering me.
I was honestly just asking.
Dan Campbell's a better coach by resume.
Hey!
But I do think they're different style coaches. Where
right, of course.
Dan Campbell is the leader of men type, rally the troops type. The CEO type, where he's going to delegate the offensive duties to a Ben Johnson. He's going to delegate those defensive duties to Aaron Glenn. And as long as he's make those hires correctly, they're going to ride. And he's going to dog it out. But in KOC's realm, I'm looking at him as a play caller, a play designer. Yes. And I have to give him his due credit in that aspect because doing what he did with Sam Darnold, I respect it. I do. Okay. And maybe from a CEO standpoint too, him hiring Brian Flores, kind of a little bit of a blessing, him falling in his lap in that situation too. I think it was a great hire as well. But as of right now, Dan Campbell's a better coach. I agree. You can't really argue KOC is until they haven't beat us in 3 years.
Yeah.
I can't.
It's not even close.
That's how I was going to get to. I mean, I think they're both elite coaches, but I think ultimately it comes down to the fact that Dan Campbell he plays to his strengths so perfectly. You know, he really does. He has a good pulse on this team. He knows exactly how to get these troops riled up for each and every game. He knows what the offense needs to do, what the defense needs to do. he sets the tone for this entire locker room. So for me, it is Dan Campbell. They're different styles, like you said, but ultimately, I think Dan Campbell is the better coach, especially when you look at the head-to-heads. I mean, you got to give it to the guy that's won more than the other. But KOC is a very, very talented coach. I think these are two of the top 5 to 7 coaches in the NFL. Yeah. So I'm splitting hairs here, but I think Dan Campbell is better. And I'd rather have a Dan Campbell guy, by the way. I'd rather have someone that's elite at getting a team together and delegating correctly. Because delegating correctly is a very, very hard thing to do at the highest level. And I think Dan Campbell does that better than anyone I've ever seen in any sport. So
we got to see it in the second round, though. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Fair.
But he's still a fucking man. I love Dan Campbell.
Oh.
Nick, I know you're a big Vikings guy.
Second round for Dan Campbell or KOC?
The second round of hires, I guess, to give him a due diligence at hiring the correct guys. I give him respect, though, where he's been able to step in and cut guys loose. Yeah. He's close relationship with Aubrey Pleasant. Had to cut him go, bring in Dre Bly, let him go. He's had that conversation multiple times. Anthony Lynn was one of his boys. He brought him to be the original offensive coordinator of this team, who just couldn't get going with golf. And he's, all right, get the fuck on. I mean, he obviously said it more respectful than that, but
he might have said it like that. No,
get your black ass out of here. No.
That would be crazy.
I mean, Dan's probably, Dan's cool. He's invited to the cookout. He probably said that. We saw that cowboy picture.
The all-time cookout list. We should do that one time. The all-time cookout list.
We should do a cookout draft.
Yeah,
I'm down.
It's funny. Y'all
Bobby Caldwell, number 1 overall pick.
Y'all doing the cookout draft.
I can do a cookout draft. Yeah. Maybe we'll do it today.
Let's go to our judge. Easy.
During Black History Month, y'all gonna do the cookout draft.
That's fucked up.
6:50 p.m. Breaking it down. I think Dan Campbell's a better coach, fellas. Straight up. And I also think, like I alluded to last segment, the amount of weapons that KOC has on his offense is slept on. He literally has the best wide receiver in the league. TJ Hawkinson, I would say top 6
who
tight
wasn't
end,
available
top
for
7 tight end. 6 weeks.
3/4 of the year.
6 weeks, maybe?
No, he was out for a while.
Check it out. Aaron Jones, slept on running back. Jordan Addison, really good number 2. I think those are really good weapons where, Sam Darnold, he was a game manager for them and he did really well. I think you got to give him credit for Sam Darnold, but I also think he has a lot of weapons to work with. I still think Dan Campbell should have been coach of the year for beating KOC twice.
The percentages for completion-wise completely off. We're different. But up until those final 2 weeks, Sam Darnold was right on pace with Jared Goff. Just saying. But no, Dan Campbell's a better coach. It's not even. I'm not going to entertain.
No discussion.
Yeah.
All that. TJ Hawkinson played 9 games or 10 games. He started 9.
6 weeks.
Are you worried? Are you worried about then Dan Campbell potentially this year? We talked about it on the show. Him stepping into more of a play caller role. How do you feel about that? Do you still think he's going to, or where are you at with that part of it? Because we just praised him for you know how he's been stylistically, but it seems like this year maybe he is in a more of a play calling position. Does that make you nervous at all? Do you think maybe that kind of takes away from his other skill sets he brings to the table, or are you trusting of that, or do you just don't think it's going to happen?
I think if Tanner Strand had been named the offensive coordinator of this team, that Dan Campbell probably would have been calling plays, or there's opportunity to call plays. But John Morton's 50-something.
Yeah,
he's been around football for a long time. He's been around Pete Carroll. He's been around Jim Harbaugh, Dan Campbell, Sean Payton.
Damn.
Damn.
Right.
I think he's going to call plays. I think Dan's going to give him the respect of being a little bit of an OG.
Okay.
And obviously, if he fucks up, we see it with Anthony Lynn. He'll take that away.
He's coached in college and he was an offensive coordinator in the league as well. So I think Dan Campbell might have a little bit more influence as to, his style or the type of plays he wants to run. But John Morton is still call the plays. I mean, that's pretty. I think that's pretty established at this point.
Had it been Nick Strand, I could see Campbell getting in there. Maybe
right.
Because you're new here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? To put, you could be OC, but I'm going to have the training wheels on you, know? Type situation. But I think John Morton's deserved his fair share. Yeah. Shout out to Calvin Shepard, too. More I've been thinking about that hire. I think I was talking with my boy Sammy last night. Nice. Shout out to Sammy the Bull. And to be, I guess, propelled to that spot as young as he is, was he 38? Mm-hmm. I remember we signed Jamal Williams or whoever it was, and they were just a few years younger than Calvin Shepard. I forgot Calvin Shepard was in the league 5 years ago. But to be propelled to defensive coordinator that quickly, you got to be
Shows
a bright
something.
mind.
Yeah.
You only see that with some of the smartest dudes, the Sean McVays, Ben John. I'm saying like it's only like the whiz kids get moved up that quickly.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited. I even saw, and shout out to Sammy. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this or not, but he had a conversation with a certain player on the defense, and he had mentioned that Kelvin Shepherd was kind of running the defense all last year.
Really?
But I don't know if that was more so like to prep him for that role.
Yeah.
The same way
it could've
Tanner
been-
Sham was calling
could've
me and
been
stuff
that.
like that. It could have been that situation, but like he's more than ready.
When you see AG laying on or sitting on the bench twice this year,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you might be,
laying out. Yeah, I mean that's wild. But I'm super excited for Kelvin Shepherd. Obviously, you don't get hired with Super Bowl aspirations if you're not ready for it.
Yep.
Straight up.
Facts.
Unless Dan Campbell's the
Facts.
worst guy at hiring coaches, which he's obviously not.
And I don't know the specific stat on this. It may only be with like brand new coordinators who haven't won a Super Bowl. But look at the Eagles situation. This Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio, this is their first year with that team. It's a super fucking stacked team.
Yeah.
But we got a super stacked team too. They're the Super Bowl this year.
Well, wasn't it last year they lost both coordinators, and this is their second year, or
This
am
is,
I wrong?
this is their second year with two brand new coordinators.
Oh, second year in a row with two brand new coordinators.
But in fairness to them, though, these are guys coming with resumes. Kellen Moore,
Yeah.
been,
But again, I
a
mean,
brilliant
these
offensive mind
guys
in
aren't
the game
no
for a while.
slouches either. Who we got? So
Yeah, but Vic Fangio's like a legend. Kinda.
No, I hear you,
Fellas,
I hear you.
could we have had like the next Ben Johnson in Kelvin Shepherd, but just on the defense? I know it's not as flashy, but Ben Johnson was tight end coach. He was in the room, and Kelvin Shepherd linebacker coach. I feel like maybe it just doesn't get enough notoriety because it's on the defense. It's not all the fireworks that you see all the time. But Kelvin Shepherd, I mean, could be up next when you think about it, and he has all of those chess pieces back to work with. Like, could get scary in Detroit when it comes to the defensive side of the ball, especially with another superstar.
I think we got the next D'Amico Ryans.
Oh, that's a
He
bold
can be that.
I mean, when you look at linebacker coach, if there's any coach on defense that would be more suited to know the whole defense and the inner workings, it would be a linebackers coach. So I think I'm interested to see what tweaks he'll make, though, because AG was primarily man defense.
Me too.
I want to see what Kelvin Shepherd's whole philosophy is in terms of running the actual defense.
Yeah.
Now, one thing Kelvin Shepherd don't have in this situation is Terrell Williams, who I thought was
but they got a pretty good guy, though, to replace him.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
Casey Rogers.
Yep.
Yeah, Super Bowl champion with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And he had a dog-ass defense with the Jets as well. Actually, him and John Morrison with the Jets at the same time, if I'm not mistaken. At least for one of them years.
And
I didn't even think of that.
Again, till proven wrong, I'm going to trust Dan Campbell's feel and pulse on this team. So like, I'm not even worried if we get to a slow start and he makes a change.
Yeah.
I trust his innate feel for this team and what needs to be done and where it needs to be and what's right and what's wrong. So that's why I'm okay with these hires. I don't. Regardless, because I trust Dan Campbell, the guy at the top. We got a super chat too, by the way.
Shout out.
Curtis Schultz, Star Wars. Good afternoon, gents. Here's $10 to get some Punchkis. Oh yes, that's right.
Yeah. Sergeant Curtis Schultz, Star Wars Squawk Box.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't see the rest.
And shout out to him. He done gave money on the other shows too.
He's an OG, man.
Man,
shout out to you.
Shout out to you.
And I want to step in front of this right now too. And I know it's still gonna happen because I love you guys listening and stuff like that. A lot of simple-minded fans out there. There will be some sort of regression from last year to this year. Like we went 15 and
you
fucking
can't expect
2.
15 wins.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, if
we
they
went
do it, that's
15
one thing,
and
but-
2.
With new coordinators, harder schedule.
Yeah. And we're playing KC on the road,
That
the
schedule
Ravens
is
on the road,
Yeah, they
the
got
Bengals on the
At
road,
Philly.
AFC schedule.
That
Philly on the
schedule is
road.
Isn't? Don't we play at Philly? I
yeah.
think we do. Yeah. All right. I'm calling this out right now. We are playing Week 1 against the championship or the Super Bowl winner.
Thursday
Straight
night
up.
opener.
We play at Kansas City. We play at the Eagles. We will play the opening game against the winner of the Super Bowl for the 2025-2026 season.
I ain't mad at it.
Bring
Makes
it.
sense. Makes sense.
Better be ready.
Yeah.
Lions are America's team, unlike that Fugazi down south team.
Down south, hood
Down
baby.
south.
All right, KG, we'll operate on your traffic log. What we got next?
All right, we have Soroki's.
Soroki's. Crispy Chicken and Pizza is where it's at, guys. If you aren't doing your game days with Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza, you don't know ball and you're doing it wrong. All the homies love Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza. Got 7 different flavors of signature wings. Visit Sorokis.com to find one near you.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
At Lady Jane's, we take the chore out of getting a haircut. Our talented stylist will deliver an industry-leading haircut, relaxing scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's Lady Jane's Haircut for Men. It's wicked awesome.
At Lady Jane's.
Alright, Lady Jane's, come on down.
Lady Jane's.
What up, though? Welcome to Woodward Heavyweights live on Sports.com. I'm easy joined by Spin Motor X. No, fuck, I fucked it up.
You always fucking it up.
Buddy Pods.
Because I did put the accent on it. Yeah, did you get Pokemon?
Lady Jane's.
Buddy Pods, KG, crash out, call off, smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. It is time for our cookout draft. No, I'm playing. All right, so shout out to Dave Burkett. He's down there covering the Super Bowl for the Detroit Free Press, and he is absolutely killing it. He's got a few comments from Aiden Hutchinson on the Myles Garrett situation. Actually, one from Myles Garrett. I mixed it up. And then another from Aiden Hutchinson, and that was, I want to say 2 days ago now.
Yeah.
And where he asked Aiden Hutchinson the likelihood of the Detroit Lions landing Myles Garrett. He kind of mentioned that, we got a lot of talent on this team right now, a lot of talent on the defensive line. He said he didn't know if the NFL would even allow that to happen. He sees it as very unlikely. But that was before this picture. You got that picture by chance, KG?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up now.
Shout out.
Yeah.
That's before this picture came out from the NFL Honor Awards last night. You see the hands
Looks
up?
like some snoozing.
The hands up like, come on.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Yeah. Classic white guy. Come on, dude.
My balls was hot.
Looks like he's selling him on the Super Bowl. Look at Jared Goff as a natural quarterback.
That's 100% a sales pitch right there.
That is for sure a sales pitch.
You don't make that gesture like
you either talking about a fish, your dick, or joining another team. Those hand gestures.
Yeah.
Just saying. And then Jared Goff in that photo too.
Right.
Next to two killer edge rushers. He started sweating. You can tell he was a little nervous in that picture.
And he looked at Hutch with a little bit of like you got this. Like,
he was like,
listen, I like it. I love it. Matter of fact,
I want some more of it. I'll try.
I'll say this. So the official quote, right, is that Hutch said it's very unlikely, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Before that photo.
Yes, before that
Before
photo.
he talking about that fish he caught.
But again, that's speaking to the press. And my question to everybody in this chat and everybody in this room, what is Hutch supposed to say? Like, he's supposed to say it's happening? It needs to happen? No, he's not going to say either of those things. Like, him being backed in that corner about that situation, he's gonna say it's unlikely. He doesn't even want to say, oh yeah, I'd love it, because then it's like the guys in the locker room that are in those positions can feel away, and they shouldn't, because it's Myles fucking Garrett. But
that's fair.
Ultimately, you're just like this. Again, it's about like public press relation. Like, you're supposed to say these type of things. You're not supposed to go out there and be like, I talked to Brad. GJ. Yeah, I talked to Brad. Like, it's fucking happening. Like, or like J-Mo, you're gone, buddy. Like, no, he's not gonna say anything like that, even if he knows that. And again, this is the NFL. This isn't the NBA. I also think this front office wouldn't tell him. I don't think they would tell Hutch like, hey, like, we're getting Myles Garrett, just so you know. All right, go talk to the media, buddy. Like, they're not gonna do that. This seems like a very tight-lipped organization. This doesn't seem like the NBA, where you're catering to your stars and you're getting whoever they want to play with. I think you definitely take a guy like Hutch's opinion, but I think the players are pretty hands off. They know Brad Holmes, Sheila, that whole front office and ownership has got this. They trust their decision making. I trust their decision making. So again, I don't see anything Hutch said as any more likely or less likely that it's going to win. That image, though, however, speaks to he's giving a damn good sales pitch. He's doing the best he can to get him here. But ultimately, him saying it's unlikely, I'm not going to be like, damn, I guess we're not getting Myles Garrett, because the real probability is we're probably not getting him. Like, if you're taking all the possibilities.
Shut up, dude.
All the possibilities.
You don't know.
Shut your whore mouth right now.
What's the percentage though? What's the percentage though? All the possibilities. Yeah. It's much more likely that he either ends up somewhere else or stays with the team than it is that he comes to Detroit. Not saying it's impossible. So I don't see how you read anything into this. You read into that picture though. You definitely read into that picture.
Pictures
you
say
don't
loud
make
words.
This
You do.
without, again, you're not fit unless you're fishing. Or it's like she had an ass like
That's why I'm like, hey, like the women over here, bro, in Detroit, bro. I'm just saying, dog. I'm just saying.
Like one cheek was like,
damn.
No, you. That's a sales pitch. That's a sales pitch, 100%.
KG, will you put it up one more time?
Yeah, I got you.
Because chat, I got a homework assignment for you guys, if you will.
Yeah.
I want you guys to comment down below. I want everyone in the chat right now.
I wanna see this
if you
one
don't have
time.
your phone by
It was
you,
like
unless you're
this
driving,
big. Right.
I need you to head over to your phone, find this picture.
Right.
And I need you to give it a
was not
caption. I
fake,
need you to
bro.
caption this picture in the sports chat. We're sports chat right now. Let me know what you think anyone else is saying. KG, what do you think he's saying? Is he talking about the size of the catfish down there? You know,
I'm just,
Michigan's got great fishing,
hey,
bro.
I grabbed it and that shit was real, bro. Ain't no fillers in that shit. Nah, but
I'm just saying.
I know exactly what you're saying.
I agree with what you're saying, Chris. Of course, if they ain't gonna get up there and tell the business to the media, especially if they're actually in active negotiations, maybe trying to make something happen. But at the same time, I don't think there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, this is a guy that we want to be in our locker room. I mean, look at what the hell Malik Neighbors came out and said. He want Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp. You know, like it's crazy, bro.
Well,
but
that's the Giants.
Players are in that era
be
now
sick.
to where they can voice these things. Of course, you're not going to actually relay the details of the business, but just saying, hey, you know, I hope this is a guy that, you know, maybe Brad Holmes is looking at. I would love to have a guy like this in our locker room, an all-pro guy in our locker room. I don't think there's nothing wrong with saying that. I don't.
Fair.
Nick?
He was saying I was going to run away with that Defensive Player of the Year, bro.
Oh, he might have
That's
been.
exactly what he
might
was
have
saying.
been.
Bro, that
a
was
good
mine
one.
to lose, bro. Yes, that's exactly what Hutch
I'm
was
just
saying.
saying,
but
7.5 sacks.
I also think in that situation, when you get asked that question, you got to say, I love to be surrounded by great players. I think it's unlikely to happen. I think I want to be around greatness, and this guy's been the best defensive end in the league since he's come into the league. I think that's what I would say if you want a political answer. I think that's the way to do it. When it sounds like you still want him.
Yeah, absolutely.
They really would, bro. That shit and a passing down. Hutch,
Oh, my
Aleem,
God.
and Myles Garrett's son.
DJ Reader in the middle too. That is nuts.
want it,
bro.
I
Every
want
time
it,
I think
I want
about
it.
Then you got Josh Pascal and Z as your backups.
Yes, man.
That's
a hell of
nasty. Dog.
And I say to this day, man, there's no fear mongering. Allow yourself to, unless you don't want to get your feelings hurt, I guess, and you can't control your emotions, and you know how you respond to it not happening. Allow yourself to dream about it because it can fit. There's no money that stops that from happening.
Yeah.
We're not re-signing everybody anyway.
Right.
Brad Holmes is too damn good at drafting. All these guys are damn all pros or pro bowlers at some point. We're not keeping everybody. And the way these contracts hit, the big part of those cap hits aren't until the third year anyway. Aleem McNeil's got a $6 million cap hit. Aiden Hudson, I think he's got $11 million cap hit. The money's low right now. Next year, JG got 69. I don't know, Panay's got a big one. I think him, Amon-Ra, and Panay account for $116 million of the cap next year. But they're going to do something with that. But you know how this shit.
clean
I mean,
that
man.
they'll make it
Clean
work.
that up. Yeah.
It's just if Brad wants to give up the assets for it, or if they think he's the right fit, because they are very picky. We had a shot at Jalen Carter, and they didn't want it.
But again, I go back to those trade deadline conversations. He said it was very hard to trade for a DN. It was the hardest thing he had to do, and so I think that shows a willingness to do it. You know, and I think that willingness is there. I don't know if the Myles Garrett price changed like that since the trade request, so it's probably unlikely. But again, I think that he has a willingness to do it. So I think when there's a will, there's a way. You know, that's a very real old saying. So I'm looking at this as it's possible, but again, probably or probability-wise, it is unlikely. But ultimately, you know.
Ultimately, do you think the Browns do right by him? You think they'll actually send him to a Super Bowl contender, or they should take the best offer?
Yeah, I can't guarantee that, but they should.
They will.
What do you think
not
happens,
that.
though?
They will not do that.
You don't think
they're in the since that Deshaun trade, dude? They are in the worst situation in the NFL. I don't think they care. I don't think they care if they could get some good graces from some free agents. They need to build that thing from within.
I was mad he put Stafford in the best situation. I was like, "Fuck, go get the best package." Which we got a pretty good one.
I don't even think that would be the best. What is he gonna do there? With what?
No, I'm saying when we traded Stafford to.
Oh yeah.
Like send him off where he wanted to be. Like we don't gotta do that. This ain't the NBA. You know, these deals aren't guaranteed. Like what do we?
Yeah, I think Brad liked the thought of having 2 first-rounders. Plus, he obviously thought Jared Goff was his quarterback.
Yeah.
So he that trade looked different than the Panther one that everyone always talks about.
He showed love to Swift too on the way out. He sent Swift to Philly. He didn't have to say
he was from there.
And Swift was disgruntled at the time. So
yeah.
I don't know what's gonna happen with that one. I bet. I think. Cut out to Nick for being the first one to point this out. Jerry Jones overpays for everything.
Yeah.
Even if it ain't worth a damn. I forgot who he traded the first round pick for most recently, but I could see him being stupid enough to offer way more than the next guy, and him being a Dallas or Texas native. I can see it happen.
But do you think he's reached a point in dementia where
he's senile? No. You was talking about Jerry Jones?
Yeah. Do you think Jerry Jones has reached a point in dementia where he goes to fill up gas and it's like more than 25 cents a gallon? He's like, God damn, what happened to the gas? What happened to the price of gas? This is out of fucking control.
Or he goes in as a black guy working the counter. He's confused about that too.
Oh my God.
I wasn't gonna go there, but there's photos.
Well, yeah, there are photos.
No,
but that's what I say. That's what you know.
Yeah.
He was just trying to check out and see what was going on, though. Come on, y'all. It's fine people on both sides.
Yeah, I know.
All right, we gotta pay some bills, KG. Who we hooking up right now?
Let's go, Feldman.
Feldman Chevrolet.
We'll be there Monday.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit feldmanauto.com to find a location nearest you. And if you want to see KG when you're buying a new car, check him out Monday, because that's when Woodward Sports is there every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Fuel your Lions fandom with the perfect cup and become a subscriber of Sabbath Coffee Roasters. Whether you're gearing up for a big game or savoring a quiet morning, Sabbath Coffee Roasters has you covered with fresh, locally roasted specialty coffee delivered right to your door. Head to www.sabbathcoffeeroasters.com. Choose your favorite roast. Use the code word Woodward to get 25% off your first subscription order. Awake and unwind. Support local and enjoy the game day right with Sabbath Coffee Roasters. Any game, that is.
I appreciate everyone who's rocking with us tonight. I know it's a Friday evening, so we don't got the usual crowd that we do. But those of you who are here, please make sure you smash the like button so other people can find it then afterward. For the
we don't get
caption
100
contest,
likes, I'm out of a job.
Rich Baldwin, dude, come to Detroit. We win Super Bowls. Yeah. Straight up.
That's the pitch.
That is the pitch. Brandon Harris, best defensive end duo in history.
Arguably, yeah. If it
I
were
can't
happen.
really think of off the top of my head right now.
I mean, look, if Miles goes to Detroit or Dallas, either way, he's looking at the best. He's looking at the best duo in probably NFL history.
Justin Tuck and Strahan, who would be?
DeMarcus Ware, Von Miller.
That's probably it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was thinking Tuck and Strahan as well.
Call me your best defensive indoors in history. I'm curious to help us
Who
out.
was on that second?
It was Justin
Giants
Tuck
run?
and someone else
Who
too.
Was that OCU and Niora?
Yeah, but
Yeah. He wasn't
OC
that-
New York.
he
I think he
wasn't
played
that-
inside too.
Yeah, it was D tackle. I thought.
Do you guys?
Huh?
I thought he was a D tackle.
Yeah, I think
You
he tackle
mean
too.
yeah.
OC and Chris Canty.
Yeah.
But there's somebody else though too. Oh, Jason Pierre-Paul.
Oh, JPP.
Yeah.
8 fingers. Yeah.
Do you guys
Man.
put any stock in the idea of maybe Myles Garrett doesn't want to come here because of the DPOY thing with Hutch?
No.
Do you think that would be
Nah.
any type of thing
Hell
for
no.
either of them?
Not
I
at
don't.
all.
They would
personally.
both eat if they were on the same
Yeah.
defensive
Yeah.
line.
Like
I get 15
he
plus
wants. He
sacks
don't give. He
minimum.
has a listen. He's got DPOYs in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He don't give a fuck about that. He wants a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah,
Okay.
he wants to win.
Okay.
The only comment that made me
I'm just
somewhat
asking what you
nervous
think.
was the game manager versus like a really good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
Tia
was-
Shores. How's the nickname Scarsy and Hutch sound? Ooh. Tia, I like that one. Brennan Harris, best defensive line in history. I think that's it for the captions. Unless the things are scrolling too fast for me. Pistons play tonight. I thought it was Saturday they were playing.
No, they play
no, it's
tonight.
tonight.
Red Wings
Tonight.
have the matinee on
Yes.
Saturday.
When
Okay.
does what's his name clear his physical?
Schroeder, I don't know
Schroeder,
when
yeah.
he's cleared his physical, but I don't expect him to play till probably either Sunday or Monday.
Okay.
He's just flying in today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
And
heard.
he had a hell of an 18 hours, too, by the way. He thought he was going to be Golden State for the year. Then he got routed
4
to
teams
Utah.
in one
then
day.
he got routed to Detroit. So, give him time to acquiesce. But right now, like, if you're asking me my expectations for the Pistons, at least in the immediate, like, tonight, I'm looking at, again, I don't expect him to play, but I expect this team to be energized because they just had 2 wins absolutely snatched from them.
Yeah.
Tough. In the Cavs and the Hawks. And you just saw a front office show them that they have expectations on this team now. This is no house money like Trajan talked about earlier. Trajan earlier in the season said, hey, we didn't think we were going to be here. But you don't make that move. Again, we like the move because it didn't cost a lot. It was a smart move. But you don't make that move unless you don't think you have real expectations of pushing this team to its limit this season in a smart, logical way. So it wasn't an all-in move. You didn't go out and get a superstar by any means. But you went out and made a move that helped you get better in the immediate right now. And that's what shows me that this front office believes that this team is a playoff team, a team that should be above the play-in and should be looking to compete in the first round of the playoffs. That's what this move makes, and I think that message gets trickled down to these players in that locker room when you make that Dennis Schroeder trade. That says, hey, look, we're not just trying to get assets here. We're not trying to be cute. We think we could be something this year. I want to push you guys to your limits this year. So I think that's what it is. And I think, again, the 2 losses that they had that were heartbreakers, those plus the front office just even making the move before he even gets here, I think puts a fire under this team's ass. And I expect this team to handle business. And, it's going to be tough because I think Joel Embiid's playing. Last I checked, I believe he's cleared to play today.
Ugh.
So that is going to be tough. I believe Paul George and Tyrese Maxey and Embiid are all playing tonight.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, you have a tough game. And you probably aren't favored in that game. But I expect this team to come out, play hard, which they have all season. But I expect them to have an extra bit of fire given all the circumstances surrounding. So that's my expectations for right now. Where are you at, Easy?
National television game. I mean, tonight, I don't know, man, because we got 3 guys banged up. Cade Cunningham being one, which is probably the most important. I think
Malik Beasley is probable to play.
Okay,
so
that's going to be my number 2. Malik Beasley being banged up with the shoulder as well.
Yeah.
Tobias, is he out?
I
Don't
believe
know.
he was probable also.
Probable as well?
I believe so. I'll
I have
double
to
check
look,
that right
yeah.
now. Let me double check that.
I hate that, and maybe I shouldn't because they very well could go out there and win this game. I'm not discounting them or selling them short on that. I don't think it happens because of those situations, and especially if Embiid plays too. But it sucks that, like, I feel like the NBA and everyone around, like, national media, I know I've been doing it for 3 years my damn self. Been building up Cade Cunningham. And now he gets his first national TV game this year.
Yeah.
And it's going to be off him hurting his ankle. The rest of the team hurt.
Yeah,
But it is
what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got to just commend the fight that they've had. And, Embiid, I'm not even really worried about. It's Tyrese Maxey, because every time we play Tyrese Maxey, he cook us the fuck up. But ultimately, I like where this team is at. I kept trying to tell everybody on the morning show that the Pistons weren't going to make that big move at the deadline. I expect that big move to come in the offseason.
Yeah.
And say what you want about those 2 second-round picks. That goes a long way in terms of either getting another first-round pick or help getting another player in here that can really, really help Cade. But you got to love this Dennis Schroeder move. They got him for free. And you're looking at a guy that's 14 points, 6 assists, and he's capable of hitting threes. He's capable of having big games. So I can't wait to see what he looks like on the floor, because I think he fits well with the Detroit culture and everything that they're trying to build right now. I think this damn near guarantees that they'll make the playoffs outright. And, it's yet to be seen. But as far as tonight, just go out there and play with the same effort that you've always played with, and just let the cards fall where they may. So,
I'm a little worried for tonight, just even looking at the books, fellas.
Tobias is probable, by the way.
+4 on their home court. Philadelphia's -166.
Yeah. And you said
after
Tobias
coming
is out.
off 2 extremely big losses, like Chris said, this is a work.
I mean, Philly's
Why does Embiid got to come back, man?
I don't know, the one night.
This is healthy, but you know what? Look, I'm not running from these type of games, and I don't think this team. I don't think this team is. So that's the culture that you're set. Obviously, you'd like to have an easier road tonight, especially given the last 2 losses. You want to get a win under your belt, get things back going in a rhythm. But this is a tough part of your schedule. Looking at the season, and these are the type of times that just happen to every team. So again, I'm looking at this team coming out with the fire, and I think this Philly team, maybe they don't have a lot of cohesion. Their guys haven't played together like that this year. There's going to be a lot of figuring out who's shooting what. Paul George is having a terrible season.
Yeah.
So, sometimes the talent doesn't necessarily help you. Sometimes it's the fit and the cohesion. This Pistons team has its clear identity. They know exactly what they're doing every single game of the 82-game season. Philly is figuring themselves out. So, I'm not calling for Detroit to win, but I definitely think Detroit has a puncher's chance in this game. Absolutely.
Yeah. I think, because I think we rank 7th in clutch points, or Cade Cunningham ranks 7th in clutch points.
Yeah.
And I saw last game too against Cleveland, like Cade rises to the challenge. He'll rise to those moments. And I think that's the dopest part about. Every team has like a superstar or some variation of it. It may not be a superstar, it may just be a star. But in those moments, that's where you find out what you truly got. Do we got a dog, or we just got guys who put up big numbers and sell commercials? We got a dog. We got the full thing.
Absolute dog.
And so that's why I give ourselves a chance in this game, and it'd be on national TV. Could be a Cade Cunningham coming out game for everybody. Although this season's been that for him all the way around. I think Oscar Robinson's the only guy been Cade's age to average 24. 9 and 6
from the point guard position.
I want to hear Oscar Robinson
25.
He hates everybody young.
25, 9 and 6.
25, 9 and 6.
Yeah, Joel Embiid scares the shit out of me in this type of game.
I don't know why.
It really does.
MVP.
If Duran play like he's supposed to, I'm not really worried about Embiid. Like I said, it's Tyrese Maxey that cooks us every time he sees us.
But I'm even listen,
bro, it's the
I'm
fouls.
looking at this Pistons game, this Pistons team.
Embiid, like, flopping all over the place. I bet he has 20 free throws tonight.
Yeah,
it's crazy because he does that, and he's still like the most dirtiest, like one of the physical guys too at the same time. Like he's a trip.
Also, Cade's ankle scares me when he has to be the absolute guy in this game. Like,
I think he just rolled it. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, but I mean that's one of those ones where it's worse than the moment it happened.
Yeah, it might swell up a little bit. Yeah. He's probably dealing with some swelling.
But
I'm still not tripping. We're gonna get nationally televised games when we're in the playoffs.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? That's when they'll prove their worth. I'm really not. I don't give a fuck about this game.
Yeah, it's a
I want them to look good. They're my guys, and I'm rooting for them. But like, I'm not. I'm looking towards the future with this team all around, even when it comes to playoffs this year.
It's right before All-Star break. I mean, the main goal should be to get to the All-Star break healthy at this point.
Yep.
So as long as you do that, I'm okay.
That's a great point.
I just like where this team is at, and they gonna have swings like this. They're a young team in an NBA it's hard to win in, even in the East that's looking pretty weak this year. So but I expect them to be right in the mix.
I agree, but we can't let these falls continue. Like, we can't let it spiral into multiple. Like, we can't let 2 get into 3, and that's where we're at right now. We can't,
but in a situation like this, we're up against it, man. Like you just said, Cade Cunningham's ankle, Joel Embiid coming back.
Cavs came in here, no Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Obviously,
No
I
Mitchell.
know they're a different team, but
I can't believe they got DeAndre Hunter. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, it's
to me.
wild. That's a move to put them
That
over
was
the top.
already a dog ass team.
That's an over the top move right there. They was already loaded.
I want to see the Pistons' effort like full crazy. Obviously,
I have no doubt in that.
Yeah,
I have no doubt in effort. This team doesn't lay over for anybody.
Well, that's the cool part about this team too is I don't remember where I read it, but they view themselves as like a top 5 locker room, like in the NBA.
And they are.
And they are absolutely. That's why the performance level they have. From jumping from 17 wins to the 25, and then obviously more's going to accumulate through there too. It's a locker room thing.
Question for you.
A fit thing, as you said too. Like they're gonna we'll be straight.
Question for you before we go to break. Embiid's got a bit of a glass jaw, don't he? Right? He had that face injury last year, right?
God damn! What you
I mean,
Isaiah
he's
Thomas?
going.
What are you advocating for right now?
I'm not advocating for anything. I'm just saying
you are on one today.
There's a very possible. It's Friday, but there's a very possible like Stu, Ron might want to watch his tone tonight. I'm just saying.
You want Ron and Asar to knock him out?
I'm not advocating for nothing. I'm just pointing out the facts of the matter.
Yeah.
You put Stu in the ring with Embiid.
Yeah.
I don't know. Man. Crash out Stu loading.
We talked about that All-Star break. A little bit of information too, if you guys haven't heard already.
Yes.
Kate Cunningham will be participating in the 3-point
Put
contest.
some money on it.
A little bit surprised it's not Malik Beasley, but with the shoulder injury, maybe that's what that is.
Yeah, it should have been Beasley. Beasley should be in there.
Beasley, I think could have won that one.
I love that.
Based off this class. Nick, did you grab the graphic of all the names, or just that Kate Cunningham was in it?
Oh no, I got the graphic right here.
Of all the names, I want to see who else is in this team right now.
Bam.
Bam!
All right.
Sean Serrani, NBA 3-point contest field at All-Star Weekend. Jalen Brunson, ass. Kate Cunningham, ding. Darius Garland's got a chance. Oh, Tyler Hero, that might be his.
Yeah, Buddy Hield too.
Buddy
I
Hield.
might as well stop reading that. Buddy Hield, Tyler Hero. I might as well stop.
Cameron Johnson, is he even healthy? I don't think he's played in like 20 games.
Yeah, but he had the 3-point.
Dame got to stay in the shoot.
Dame is obviously a threat. Norman Powell is my sleeper, but maybe I'm fancy biased.
That's crazy.
Darius Garland should be the sleeper.
He's doing great this year, though.
Darius Garland's a bitch.
Yeah. Everyone knows the White
All my
Man's
homies
Award.
hate Darius Garland.
Tyler Hero's taking this trophy. Let's be real.
Where's it at again? Isn't it at the Bay?
Nah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Where's the?
Yeah, I think it's the Bay, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Because we talked about the bridge last time.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta pay some bills. KG, who we hooking up?
We are going to New Holland Taller, man.
New Holland Taller. Let me tell you about New Holland. I cannot wait. I got so many words. I wrote them down.
Yep.
New
Talk
Holland
to 'em.
Tangerine Space Machine is the easy drinking IPA with out of this world flavor, smooth and juicy with a refreshing crushability taste. Take your taste buds to the moon with this with this Tangerine Space Machine. Grab yourself a can of this intergalactic hazy goodness, the official beer of outer space, brewed by New Holland Brewing Company. Support local.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
And for the second time this broadcast, I am here to tell you guys about the big game watch party. That's right, Woodward Sports is coming to you live from Hayes Social in Shelby Township, here to bring you the big game on 3 17-foot screens, man. I can't stress to you enough how big these screens are. Pause. Make sure you book your table today before they are gone. 586-247-2223. Great food. Make sure you order the pizza, drink specials, and the best big game party around. And it's all brought to you by 1800 Tequila, Sabbath Coffee Roasters, Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza, and of course, New Holland Brewing Company.
Hey, who you with? Couple sergeants and lieutenants for the get back the revolution televised.
It fell through. Yeah, that shit.
With the knickknacks?
I can't wait. I can't wait for that.
Your boy
It's gonna be
Drake
lit.
about to get hung on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm hoping not.
Publicly.
You know. Not in
he's
defense of Drake.
He got as far away from this as possible. He is in Australia right now.
Australia, mate.
Yeah, you can't hide, bro.
You can't get further than that.
Yeah, true, but you can't hide from it either.
He's
so.
out there fucking razor beam.
Hey, man.
Yo, that Olympic breakdancing shit was the craziest shit.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my god.
She rigged that whole thing for her to be like their guy, their person. And no one told her she was that fucking bad. I thought that shit was like not real.
Yeah.
That shit was that bad. That was crazy.
Yeah. That
Sorry.
was insane.
That's why you don't put black people in there.
Yeah. I mean, they got him. This obviously Australia's pulling strings.
All right. Cookout draft.
Yeah, cookout draft. Razor beam. Round 7 pick.
This is why y'all shouldn't handle it.
We got some interesting, and we probably could have left this a little bit earlier, but Tiger news is iffy sometimes. This one is very, very interesting with some implications of the highest paid Detroit Tiger. We have a clip from Detroit Tigers general manager Scott Harris.
Yeah.
President of baseball operations.
Give me 1 second.
You're good.
Yep, 3 cam. There we go.
At such a high level, he was really comfortable here. At that moment, he was 2 months away from free agency, and we had the opportunity to get what we believe is an everyday shortstop for his entire team control years, plus a potential impact switch hitting catcher who's now a top 100 prospect. Staring at that, it was a move we had to do at that moment, and certainly Trey Sweeney helped us get to the playoffs afterwards. I wasn't thinking necessarily like, hey, we're going to bring him back this winter, but I was thinking, man, I'm impressed by the athlete and the adjustments that he made and the first half that he put together in a Tigers uniform. I'm always trying to keep an eye on guys that I'm impressed by, and Jack really impressed me in his time here. And in the back of my mind, I would love to bring it back. I just didn't know it was going to be possible.
So first and foremost, shout out to Scott Harris for just pulling off one of the most masterful moves since Dave Dombrowski, to be honest with you, and trading away Jack Flaherty for Sweeney, and then re-signing Jack Flaherty to the roster. That was disgusting.
Antonio McDice rule.
Yes, the Tony McDice rule. He pulled it off in real life. We'd always talk about stuff like that. Never happened. Scott Harris actually went and did it. He's playing on GM mode right now. But then speaking of Sweeney, he's talking about being your everyday shortstop.
Final fucking league.
Javi Baez? What are we doing, Javi Baez, Nick? What's going on here?
To hear Scott Harris say these words, that he plans on having Trey Sweeney as our everyday shortstop, that's what he envisioned under his contract years? Fellas, we made it!
Yeah!
We made it!
We out!
Nikki, we made it!
We out here! This is so crazy. We have literally prayed for times like this where we want to hear Scott Harris say, Javi Baez isn't our everyday shortstop? Isn't our shortstop? This is basically what he just said in a nutshell. Javi Baez is not going to play every day for this Detroit Tigers team. I hope he's not even on it, because he doesn't deserve to be. But I want to say one thing about Trey Sweeney. He made maybe the play of the season, or at least one of them, to make the playoffs when he had that unbelievable catch in Baltimore, when he saved the game against the Orioles, when he had a really big-time collision with Riley Green. Before that injury, he was hitting 247 in a 720 OPS. I'm taking that every day from a shortstop with a great glove. let alone his first time coming up.
Yeah.
Since that play, in 13 games, in 49 plate appearances, he had 4 hits. I truly believe he got banged up on that play where you didn't get to see the best of Trey Sweeney down the stretch, but he made that play, which thankfully he did. But like Scott Harris alluded to, I believe as well that Trey Sweeney can be an everyday shortstop in this league. I think he brings it, and to hear that Javi Baez will not be the everyday shortstop.
El Mago.
That is
music to my ears.
Man,
I am so happy about this Tiger news that just broke. When Scott Harris broke down the Jack Flaherty trade, I was not expecting to hear this news. But I think he just said it without saying it.
And you told me the Sweeney news, I gave you a look, and you thought I was trolling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, no, that means Javi Baez. Fuck out. El Mago means a magician.
To the moon.
He means a magician. Scott Harris made it disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man. I think my takeaway from this as baseball savant is that, they're kind of in a different way learning the lesson the Pistons learned, right? Like, like with the Monty Williams contract.
Mm-hmm. This guy Harris, was he? He didn't sign El Mago,
I don't think
did
he did.
No, hell no.
That was before.
That was
that's right.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at this as a situation where
that's their Josh Smith.
Yes, that's their Josh Smith. That's their Monty Williams.
Yeah,
that is their Monty Williams. That is their terrorist. This is a situation where I think they learned, and you know what? I'm glad because these Detroit teams now all have a chance to push for playoffs in the same year, which has never been done in this city. And I know we kind of have that as something, but to me, it comes from all of these GMs, owners, governors, whatever you want to call them, learning from their mistakes, atoning for their sins. And this is a situation where you are trusting the GM to bench Javi or get rid of him, and that takes a lot of stones because it took a lot of stones to get rid of Monty Williams when it wasn't working. You gave him a record-setting contract, and you turned around and got rid of him in 1 year. So I'm looking at this situation as something where, it's commendable. It restores a lot of faith in me with the Detroit Tigers because I was concerned that we were still going to have some of the same problems despite the awesome historic run we had last year. Mm-hmm. And it truly does seem like I'm truly starting to buy into this team turning the page. Are you guys really believing that we are seeing a turning of the page when it comes to ownership and just functioning of this organization?
Well, I think we got some context for the money stuff now that it's unfortunate too. It's a family matter, so I'm not trying to joke or play on that too much. But with the divorce stuff coming out with Chris Sillage, that makes a little bit more sense with the money stuff. But
it's been reported it's not going to affect any of the sports teams. That's what's been reported.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm giving them the pass for that.
No, I'm not either.
I'm not giving them the pass. Fuck no, dude.
Yeah.
Why does he deserve the pass? He doesn't. People have problems. You own 2 franchises in one of the best sports towns in America.
Yeah.
That shouldn't matter what's going on off the field. I mean, how much shit did we give Dwayne Casey? Not Dwayne Casey, excuse me.
Troy Weaver.
Monty Williams.
Oh, Monty.
We know he had a lot going on, but you can't come to work every day and not do your job.
But we met the owner for that one. Yeah. I get your wife has kids. And he lost a previous wife, too. I get the Monty Williams one. This one, I'm more so. I'm like, I'll give Monty Williams some whatever.
Yes.
Ownership.
Agreed, but I'm just saying he should have accepted the job.
Ownership don't get a pass. I mean, Scott Harris is one thing, and he does seem to have an eye for like talent evaluation and being able to get young guys. So we give him credit for that. But this is a first step because honestly, Javi should be DFA'd. He shouldn't be on this team. Period. You got to pay him anyway. So why not? Just pay him to not be on the team and bring your young guys down.
Yeah.
But the fact that they even made this move, and I think it kind of came with the success they had last year after he went down.
Yeah.
Because this team absolutely turned it around once he wasn't on the team anymore. So
allowed AJ Hinch to show his mastermind too, the way he was tinkering with the lineup and stuff like that. Like that shit was kind of crazy to watch, man.
And we've had 3 to 4 years of data that suggests that Javi is one of the worst players in baseball to this point. So, if you want to keep him around, he got this hip surgery, so he's supposed to be allegedly fixed. If you want to keep him around for that, that's fine. But as long as he's not the everyday guy, I think that's a step in the right direction for this team. Yes, Trey Sweeney isn't, what you want him to be just yet, but I do like his development, and I'm looking forward to what he can do with a second year being the full-time guy. Let's see what he got, man, but anything's better than Javi.
KG, how thrilled would you be with the 247 average and 720 OPS?
Oh, man.
That he had prior to literally just running full on like with Riley Green. I truly believe that he was
you buying the Riley Green stuff too? Him getting hurt?
Oh, wait, Riley Green?
Which is him,
Trey
the collision
Sweeney
is
with
affecting
this
Trey
collision.
Sweeney.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it is what it is with that, but ultimately, I think we'll be fine. Like, I'm looking forward to what Trey can do.
You think this is conspiracy theory?
A little bit.
You are a conspiracy guy. You are a go-to conspiracy guy.
I'm telling
You're the best
you, it's
at
not. Yeah, I'm a lead at it. All right, let's just say it how it is. No, I'm kidding.
You're right. What's for context? What's Javi's OBS?
Not that.
God, I don't even think it's
like just
600.
simply getting somebody on base.
You can't even measure that shit.
Means
It's so bad.
so much more than having fucking Javi Baez just tossing it out the other team's way. It's shit's. This is beautiful because it looked like they're gonna be fucking stupid and roll Javi out there just because of paycheck.
Javi Baez had an OPS of 516, maybe the worst of all time.
Like this is beautiful for Tigers fans, honestly.
Yes.
Before that, he had a 593 the season before.
It's crazy. Like this is almost.
You can't touch the field.
I gotta be honest with you guys.
You shouldn't be out there.
You shouldn't.
Actually, I don't know. And I decided my answer just now. But like, what's more exciting, this news or if you hear Alex Bregman signs?
Bregman, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Sure.
Bregman for sure.
I chose Bregman as well.
It felt good to hear this.
Yeah.
But this was all like this was like how everybody was thinking this is what we should do.
Yeah.
This is common sense.
This
should have been happening.
It just felt good to hear it.
As if
from the president of baseball operations.
Absolutely.
If you were to get Bregman, though, that's a signal that maybe there's a philosophy change going on with ownership. So I definitely Bregman.
Real quick,
100%.
hold on. Skydog722. All caps in this one too. Why is Woodward Sports afraid of Chris Ilitch? Play the drop, Nick.
Pizza.
Ain't nobody
bitch.
scared of that man. We clown that man at any given time.
We gave him the keys to success too.
We call him the pizza bitch.
Yeah,
we call him
like
little Chris.
little
What do you
Chris,
mean
man.
scared of? If there's one station in this city that's not afraid of Chris Ilitch or any of these owners, it's this goddamn one. What are we doing?
Here, what
are you talking about?
Bitch.
Yeah, no, that's a crazy.
That was a
comment.
wild comment.
Hey, like how Breakfast Club has Donkey of the Day. You said Donkey of the Day.
Yeah. I love you, Sky Dog. That's Donkey of the Day comment for goddamn sure.
Yeah.
As I said earlier,
Gotta be
too, I understand it's a
sarcastic.
Friday night. For those of you that are with us, please make sure you hit that like button so others can find us. Help us get some likes and eyeballs on this stream. We will return. We
Yes,
got to pay some
please.
bills,
I need a
KG.
job.
Who we hooking up?
We are going to Jars, one of my favorite places.
Jars. Cannabis
All right,
is
tell us
also one of my
about Jars.
favorites because I do partake. KG and I actually partaking after the show.
Damn right.
You guys should partake in the Jars Cannabis Rail Jam at the Utica location on February 22nd from 1 to 5. It's free entry. And if you buy a little bit of something, you get free food as well. Darren McCarty will be there. Stick will be there on a special broadcast. There's actual judges there. And if you're 21 up and older, you guys can sign up to participate because it's $8,000 in cash prizes. It's Jars Cannabis. Visit jars.com to find one near you.
Get real.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Merch.
It's time to get up out those musty old Detroit sports gear, man. I mean, come on, man. We got new life, man. All of the teams are new, they fresh, and they all trying to win right now. So why don't you support by going to woodwardsports.com, click that shop tab. Y'all see it, man. The Tigers hoodie, getting ready for Tiger season. Red Wings going crazy right now. Play fucking hockey. You know, we still love the Lions, man. We got that, and we got Pistons gear too. Everything you can possibly want, all on woodwardsports.com, and please click that shop tab.
Bonjour, welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights.
Oui, oui.
Je m'appelle Izzy.
Buddy Bonds.
And at the Bonds, we have KG in the building and the Crash Koloff. Crash Koloff.
Talk to me.
You get that nickname because we talked about one thing and you put in a $50 bet on Jobs and the Pistons.
Oh, God.
Or no, what'd you put?
I don't want to even say it on there.
Well, you're our go-to guy when it comes to the bets. What's up, man?
It involves Chiefs money line. I was drunk when I put this bet.
Jesus.
I was bad.
That Pisses out the East was iconic. That was iconic how fast you got that Pisses out
the East was
All right,
wild.
that was a
like
ridiculous one. But being sober
was
now,
smart.
I like to think I got a couple locks for this game, but I want to see what you guys think because there's some lines in this game, and obviously it's the biggest game of the year. It's probably going to be the most bet sporting event ever. Most betted sporting event ever. We're going to start with the quarterbacks, fellas. Patrick Mahomes, over, under, 250 and a half yards passing. 250 and a half.
Man, that's
an
Eagles
easy
defense
over.
is so stingy.
It is.
It don't matter. Easy over.
Battle.
Easy over?
Easy over. Patrick Mahomes gonna show out, dog. Like,
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. Jalen Carter, I don't know what's going on with the sickness stuff, but Brandon Graham's supposed to be back as well.
Suspicious.
Nolan Smith. That defense is such. I think they'll probably stop the run enough where Patrick Mahomes got to pass the hell out of the ball and they'll reach that 250 going through that.
Yeah.
Or actually, might have the Eagles winning this one.
I'm looking at this as I'll take the over reluctantly because I do feel like the way to win for the Chiefs, who I believe are winning this game, I believe it is making it ugly like they have all year. So sometimes they don't necessarily have like 250 passing yards. You know, sometimes it is just a lot of run game. Patrick
Watch
Mahomes
him have like 247.
Right,
like that's what I mean. Like 230, and the score is like 17 to 13 or something like that. Like
you can't afford to run the ball in this game, though. If that's not your strength, their strength is not through running the football. So you can't really afford to do that in the most important game of the year.
That's fair. That's a good point. I just feel like though the Chiefs, the way they always win is making it ugly. So I think that's why I'd lean a slight under, but I'm not taking any unders on anything Patrick Mahomes this game. I'm not taking money line against Patrick Mahomes. I'm not taking unders on his rushing yards, unders on his passing yards, unders on his touchdowns. I'm not taking under on anything Patrick Mahomes this game.
It's the truth.
It's just
it's a smart strategy.
Dual.
Yeah, I'm going over on this one.
Okay. Hey, what is his rushing yards? Okay.
Wait.
All right.
So
Just wait.
Damn.
That look was like
Nicky Zen's all right.
All right. Fuck, he got
All
a
right,
ball
Jay-
head.
Look like a hitman in there.
Right.
Jay, hey.
Black tee and the belt on today.
That head shining.
People love it. All right, Jalen Hurts over under 211 and a half.
By people you mean hoes. Under.
Amen.
Under 211?
What'd we say? What did we say about powerful women? I missed that part.
You got to think he'll at least get 225 passing.
I just think this. Here's how I see this game. Straight up. The Eagles' defense is fucking stacked with players, and they have a great play caller in Vic Fangio.
Yeah.
The Chiefs' offense hasn't really done dick this year, so I think they'll be like slow and limited. They for sure won't run the ball, but with that, I can see Patrick Mahomes in that 250. Same thing though. Everyone wants a dick ride, and deservedly so. Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid. How about Steve Spagnuolo?
Yeah.
Who's been there for every single one of those championships. And last year, I might argue the defense kind of carried them until Patrick Mahomes took over in the final drive.
Yeah, but this ain't that, though, this year.
These two defenses, though, I feel like they're going to dominate one or the other.
Oh, yeah.
Jalen
Hurts for 211, that is a tough. He has not passed the ball well this year.
Yeah. He had 246 against the Commanders, but that was a 50-point game.
Right.
Before that, he had 128 against the Rams, and then he had 131 against the Packers.
He's going to rush a lot, too.
He's going to rush a lot. They're going to rush a lot. Like, keep the ball out of that guy's hands. They got the fucking devil over there on the other side wearing 15.
Yeah.
211
is
low.
tough. Yeah, it's tough.
It's so
you would think he'll get at least 200 passing yards, but
you know what? I would take the over. Fuck
Yeah, I
it.
would
That's
too.
just too low. I want to say under, but that's just way too low.
Yeah, I'm going over just by default.
If
Because
it
that's the other thing,
smells
too.
fishy, it is fishy, boys. I'm going under. Under.
You don't
Down
go
the
under on the fishy smell. What are you doing, Nikki
No,
Sands?
this is why it is
You dirty
fishy.
motherfucker, you.
All right, let's keep it rolling, fellas. Talking about that Patrick Mahomes rushing total, over under 28.5. I think this is the easiest bet of the second easiest bet of the night. I am locking the over on this one.
Over.
Big games. Patrick Mahomes gets out, scrambles, big first downs, and when it's the end of the game, he'll run for a big one, even if he's already over this. 28.5. I'm taking the
28.5.
over.
Okay,
Over.
yeah, that's over.
Yeah, that's
what do you
over.
mean? He's gonna have, he might have that in a solo rush. We've seen
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude,
Over.
last year, remember his ankle was fucked up before that.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
40-yard run.
Allegedly,
I think
yeah.
he did that shit for show, but
Yeah, he
that's
might
just
have
me,
so?
but-
thrown him off the
He
game a little
might
bit.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
But he ran all over the
Gamesmanship,
Bills
yeah.
in that fucking AFC Championship.
That's an
so.
easy over. That might be the lock, to be honest with you.
You got to hear the second one.
All
Everyone.
right, let's hear the second. Yeah, I'm over as well.
All right. We're sticking with rushing before the other lock. Barkley, 109.5.
See, I don't think Saquon gonna get off like everybody think he is. I don't know about this
Talk
one.
to him.
I think he might put up 80, 85. I don't know about the one piece. I don't. That's just me, though. That's just me.
I'm with you. Because, again, I think if the Chiefs are winning this game, which I think they are, I don't think he gets like 110 rushing yards.
Yeah.
You know. So, yeah, I'm going with they're going to limit him to a mere 85 rushing yards.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. For him, that's low.
Yeah,
but
it's God, dude, he's so crazy. He is so crazy. It is scary though, the fact that he has like an extra week for like rest.
And to be honest, I take
is
the under
scary.
on touchdowns too because they do not give him the ball at the goal line. Like that's
Oh, yeah.
either Jalen Hurts
they're
or
gonna
nothing.
push. They're gonna play it so safe.
Yeah,
They're gonna play, and that's why I think the Chiefs are gonna win because I think they're gonna play it so safe that this team is going to that they're gonna backfire. They're gonna be a little too scared.
yeah.
Yeah.
Easy over there deliberating and shit.
Yeah,
right?
he's
Yeah,
really looking at this one.
It's tough.
Well, because I may have misheard this stat, but I heard something where like the Chiefs going against top 10 running backs had limited him under 50 yards. But I'm looking, James Cook hit him for 85. Joe Mixon
Maybe
hit him
under
for
100.
88.
I think it was under 100.
Jalen Warren and Najee hit him for 70 apiece.
It was under 100.
Jerome Ford hit him for 84.
Yeah.
109.
This just seemed too easy though, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it just seemed too easy to give Saquon
Spags
over
got
100.
2 weeks on this one.
Yeah, like I don't know. It just seemed too
2 weeks to game plan is
too
tough.
good to
but
be
he's
true.
also got 2 weeks to freshen up the legs.
Here's the thing, and I said this on the show before too. Going to the offseason, obviously I want the Detroit Lions to win.
Yeah.
Bang, dead, murdered, heartbroken. Following that, I was all right,
Yeah.
fuck it. I guess I'll just Bills. You're my Ravens. You're my team.
Psych.
Bang, dead, murdered. God
Psych.
damn. All right, Josh Allen, save us, my boy. Bang, dead, murdered. All right, fuck it. At least maybe we'll just lose the champions. Let's go, Commanders. Bang, dead, murdered. So I'm picking the Eagles because I can't have CJ DJ win. So I'm gonna say under
I think you ruined his Super Bowl.
or over.
I
I'm
think
saying over.
I think you
apologize. Fuck
ruined. I think you ruined his Super Bowl by, those plans you had, lining those up, and then dropping that. Like if they win, drop it like meet the Grams, like right away. Like he don't get a chance to celebrate.
Right.
He don't get a
I'm
chance.
gonna write some shit tonight, man.
Yeah,
Step on that
I'm
shit.
telling you, step on it like meet the Grams.
Right.
Yeah, I'm about to.
I'm going over on
That's
Saquon
fire.
here, fellas.
Going over?
Yeah, I think he breaks one, and then I think they feed him like 30 times on the ground. I really do.
We done
I
picked
think he
over
breaks
for
one of them.
everything, bro.
No, I picked under. For,
Oh, well, yeah, on the 211.
Yeah, I'll go over.
Hurts,
I got
yeah.
Eagles win, so I'm going over.
All right, fellas, let's speed round with this one. Hurts, 36.5.
Rushing.
Rushing.
Oh, easy over. Easy.
Hurts, 36.5 rushing yards.
Easy over.
Yeah.
I'm going under.
He going for at least 60.
And his knee fucked up? I guess it's been 2 weeks.
He's only gonna be getting them then tush pushes.
He scrambles a lot, though.
He does. I know. I'm just thinking.
Chris is wasted.
You're right. Look at him throwing that shit back.
I'm taking the under, and I don't care what any of you say.
You're
I'm
fucking
going
drunk.
I'm going to go under. They got Nick Bolton, Chris Jones, Carl Loftus. He had 16 yards last time out against the Washington Commanders.
I'm going under as well. Easy.
Fuck it, over on Matthew
right.
Stafford.
Yeah, right.
No, I just gut feeling. There's no logic to it. I just feel like
That's
I just
fine.
feel like
Ain't
they're
no
not
wrong
gonna
with
do it.
All right. I'm going over. But
All right, this one seems hella low. Pacheco, 21.5.
So,
Over.
what's his name been getting more carries?
Kareem Hunt was a
His
dog
numbers
last
bigger.
game.
I took a Pacheco over last game and got burned on it pretty hard.
Okay, so are you scared to do it again?
Yeah, I'm scared to do it again. I'm not touching it.
I'm taking the over on this, but I think it's going to be both backs. I think it is going to be both backs having a game. I think that's again. I think a lot of what this comes down to is making it ugly. A lot of the run game working, and so that there's a reason why I'm a little scared of the Mahomes passing yards. There's a reason why, and that's partly because of this run game. I think this run game is gonna be set up, and I don't know if you got him in your props, Nick, but I just feel like this is built for a gadget game, gadget play.
Yeah.
Xavier Worthy. I'm also looking at him a lot. Maybe even his rushing yards in this game, because I think you need this type of play in the Super Bowl. That momentum swinging gadget play. I think that would definitely work in the Chiefs' favor.
Your momentum.
I'd probably take the over on Pacheco.
Dude, take
but
that back.
Take the over on Pacheco, but they not gonna run the ball like as much as people think they are.
Yeah,
I think Kareem Hunt is the old reliable back that they'll utilize more. So I see Kareem Hunt having more rushing yards, but they not gonna run the ball a whole lot.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt. All right, I'm taking over on Pacheco. Kareem Hunt, 43.5. Quick. Hunt,
Kareem
43.5.
Ooh,
4
over.
Hunt.
Kareem
Hunt.
Under. He'll have 40.
I'm going under. I think they both get around like 35.
Yeah,
it's
something
gonna be
like that.
split too, so you can't be. Yeah,
This is a Patrick
and
Mahomes
it's a
game.
stingy Eagles defense too.
All right, fellas. My second lock of the night. My first
Let's hear it.
was Mahomes over 28.5 yards rushing. My second lock is Saquon Barkley over 14.5 receiving yards. Second lock of the night. I think Saquon at least gets 15 yards receiving. I think he's going to have to help out on some of those spag blitzes.
Yeah,
When
I
it
love
comes
that.
to some
I love both those
release.
locks.
What's the line again? I'm sorry.
14.5.
On
Easy
receiving
money.
yards.
Because think about one screen is basically a run play.
It
You got
could
Saquon
be,
Barkley's an
yeah.
absolute
Yeah.
fucking
How
dog.
often do they
You
run
like both?
screens to Saquon though?
I don't know, but it just takes one.
I think they got it to take a word out of Easy's book. I think they got to just spam Saquon. That's their key.
I'm staying away from
And-
that one.
Really?
I got the Eagles winning. I need a Saquon MVP just so I can calm the Giants, because I'll never forgive them. In 2007, Eli Manning beat the Detroit Lions after we were like 6-2, and then we lost like every single game then afterward in 2007. I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
So fuck them.
Fuck them.
Fuck the Giants. I want John, whatever his name, to rue the day.
You shall rue the day.
What, you just doing score predictions now?
Yeah, we can close with that.
Real quick, Kelsey, 60.5.
Under.
Oh,
Old ass.
Over. I'm going
60
over.
and a half. What
Over.
When's the last time he even did that?
But this would be the time to
This
do
is
it.
the
though.
Super Bowl.
This is the
bro.
time. He's about to get married.
You're
tonight.
right. He about to
Can't you-
propose.
can't
He
you-
got to show out.
I think you can bet on that. I think that is a real thing.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah,
It's a fake relationship though. Don't waste your money.
Oh yeah, no.
But
No, ain't nobody willingly choose
60 and a half. Give me the over on that. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
I'll take the over.
I'm not
JB,
confident,
yeah.
but
I'll take the over.
Did you say respect to JB?
Yeah, because I was gonna say ain't nobody choosing that, but like,
Bro, JB loves Taylor Swift.
yeah,
that's
dog,
what
her
JB.
flag.
Really?
He has an affinity
Yeah.
for.
Has he said that on air? Or you guys airing
Yeah,
out
we
his
clown for all the time.
yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah,
JB loves the
I
snow
told him I cut a
bunnies.
hole in a fucking cardboard thing for him. It'd be the same thing. You said how many yards?
60.
JB
60?
snow bunny killer.
So everybody score predictions around the
Under.
room, and then we should do probably reads.
Quick breaks.
Welp.
Couple of reasons. Yeah, well.
Yeah, I'm going under.
I'm going over. All right, score predictions.
I'll tell you a winner. I don't want to do score prediction. I don't like. I hate
Okay, fine.
Let's do
Just
it. It's
win.
the Super Bowl. Come
It's the
on.
last game
Come
of the
on.
year.
The last
Put-
game.
I gotta
Put your
see who's doing the
fucking
cat
dick
there.
on the table. Make a score prediction.
Boy,
Oh.
you know you from.
27-17 Eagles.
What?
Wow.
No wonder he didn't want to do score predictions.
Hey, remember? Bang. That's what I'm hoping for.
I know
that's the mystic magic in that one.
I know this is a clean
really want that
score.
cheap Pete.
I know this is a clean score, so it's not going to happen. But Chiefs,
the Snow Bunny Slayer.
but Chiefs, yeah.
Shout out JB. That's
Chiefs
my
20,
man.
21 to
my
18.
man.
I think we get a thriller.
21-18?
I think we get a thriller.
What?
21-18 Chiefs.
Wow. KG?
Let me get this is a fucking chat, bro. All right, let me get 28-23 Chiefs are going to win. The three-peat's going to happen. The proposal will not.
I'm going Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, 31. Philadelphia Eagles,
You know what's crazy?
30.
This game's between both of
So
JB's
nobody thinks
loves.
it's gonna be a smacking.
This game's between both JB's loves, Taylor Swift
Easy
and
picks
Jalen
gonna be
Hurts.
smacking.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh God.
both his loves. What were you saying, Nick?
A house divided.
All right, I got Chiefs 31, Eagles 30, and Easy is the only one with like kind of a blowout.
Yeah. Dominant defense, dominant run game. That has to make us for it.
When the
They get it
last
going.
time Chiefs hit 30 points? Did they hit it in the
They
playoffs?
hit it against the Bills, and that was like the only other time this year, I think.
Yeah.
They hit it one other time this year.
When you play elite teams, you gotta outscore them. Let's go.
That's true. Fair point. Fair point.
We got paid.
Yeah. We'll do reads and then we'll just have you sign off.
All right, so we just got Caesars now, and
All
we
right,
out of here.
Just Caesars. So let me tell you about Caesars. Perfect
Just
timing.
Caesars.
We just talked about a
Just
bunch of great
Caesars.
bets. What if I told you you could place a bet up to $1,000, and if you lose, you get that cash back? Would you think I'm crazy? Scan this QR code. Enter that code Woodward 1000. If your first bet doesn't
crazy.
hit, you'll get your deposit back up to $1,000. That's right, up to $1,000 back just for giving it a shot. Minimum bet just $20. Download the Caesar Sportsbook app today, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Again, use that promo code Woodward1000. It's the big game. Make sure you place a big bet. Scan the QR code on the screen.
All right, so I said 27-17. You said 31-30.
Yeah, I see Denver Blair.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying this.
All right,
30.
should we do it?
Yes.
All right, so we're doing the hot dog suit.
Hot dog.
Hot dog suit's back. All right, is anybody? We're gonna have to get Spenny's pick because KG just fills in.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that. We'll bother him. He's not doing nothing today.
What's your score?
I did 21-18. I don't like the score at all.
You can't
I said
change
that.
it now.
No, I know. But I said that before the score, so I don't like that score, but it is what it is.
KC?
Yeah, KC.
You want a sub for Smitty?
No,
Yeah, do it.
you
No,
cannot,
I ain't gonna do that.
Not on.
Yeah.
Yeah, last time
gonna do
KG.
that.
I don't think I've seen
Dallas
you since you said
Cowboys.
fucking
Yeah, I did
Dallas,
set
bro.
you up, but they
Bro.
told me to set you up. That's
I
not
said
my
not
fault.
to do it.
Take the Eagles.
That
Take
was-
the Eagles by 40.
KG, cold-blooded, booth on booth, crying, bro.
I know. I'm sorry, man. They influenced me.
Oh, that was great. That
They
was
promised
iconic.
me weed if I did it, so we was at a dispensary. So
That was
I don't
He's a
blame
drug
you.
addict.
I don't blame you at all.
nah,
Hey.
I'm not gonna pick for spin.
Like I said, man, I know it's a Friday evening. You guys are probably out and about who aren't here with us live, but you guys that are, make sure you smash that like button. We appreciate you watching us, supporting us, and share the stream.
Nick, you got your score, right?
31-30
31-30.
Chiefs.
Okay,
Shout
cool.
out
So we got our
Chris.
scores.
Also, check out Chris's
Thank
podcast,
you guys. Yes.
The Rap Cave.
Rap Cave.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Subscribe to
Check
the
out
podcast.
the
that,
Tailgate
man.
Wins.
See what you talking about.
Tailgate
KG's got
wins.
his OF. What is it? Shout it out real quick.
Nothing. Not a goddamn thing.
Oh, KG, stop lying.
Snow Bunny
The mysterious
No,
man.
JB. They wildin' on
Mysterious man.
JB.
Listen, it's Friday. Everybody have a good weekend. Be smart. Be safe. Don't do all the dumb shit I'm about to do. Go Pistons and enjoy your Super Bowl responsibly.